it's what it should be. It's your boy N.O.R.E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
This is Military Crazy World Radio, Drink Champs, Yappy Hour.
All of the above.
All of the above. Make some fucking noise! And right now, when it comes to the leader of the new school, people who are leading their own agenda, when I came out, it was dope to not sound like anybody else, to be original. And I think that art has been lost in the past 10 years or so. But when I speak about the artist that's here right now, every time I hear him on a record, whether it be with somebody spitting, whether it be his own record, whether it be his own video, it's always original shit. He does not sound like no one else. He does not remind me of no one else. He's original. He's a real artist, a real spitter, and one of the best personalities in hip hop, hands down. People always ask me, if who get in the podcast game would you be nervous of? And I always say the same three names. I say Cameron, I say Trick Daddy, and I say the brother that's here to the left of me. If he gets in podcast, I'll be nervous. In case y'all, I know people offer you to do a podcast every goddamn day because his personality is that dope. In case y'all don't know who the hell I'm talking about, we talking about D, motherfucking Vince Staples.
I appreciate you.
You know what's bugged out? I had to do a study on you, so I went and I looked. And the craziest thing is, if I were to compare any artist to a comedian, the first comedian I would compare you to is Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, that's funny because that's the homie. But yeah, that make a lot of sense. I done heard that before.
You heard that before? Okay. All right. So, do you have a relationship with Dave Chappelle? I know you and Corey.
Yeah, that's the homie. Yeah, I rock with Dave. Dave give me some good advice.
Oh, y'all work together on something already?
Nah, just like, he live out in the boonies, so like, I done been out there a couple times. You feel me? Because I'm fake on the same thing. I don't really be fucking around like that. So, it's just interesting because the funny thing about Dave is like, Dave a comedian, but Dave don't really tell jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He deal with the truth.
It's like commentary.
But he always been like that. Like when we was younger, right? And I'm 27, so like when Chappelle's show and shit like that came out, that was the only thing I really know besides like shit my daddy had. So like shit like for fuck with my pops before he went down and stuff. He had like Eddie Murphy shit and shit like that, but I ain't think it was funny like that because I was too young.
You're too young, talking about raw and pussy and shit like that. Yeah.
It's like now it's hilarious looking back when I was younger. But yeah, I get that a couple times.
Definitely. So let me ask you, I'm bouncing around a little bit. You originally started on Def Jam, right? What made you say that, you know what, Def Jam, I'm gonna go and do my own thing?
Well, see, that's what happened, right? So you already know how that type of shit works.
I know, it's for the fans.
Yeah, no, but like, so it's just universal, you feel me? So like, I was on Def Jam for a long time. It just didn't make sense, you feel me? And it's not that it didn't make sense because I was fucking up or they was fucking up. It's just everybody want different things, you know what I'm saying? So now we got the little situation via Motown, but it's like, it's 2021.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like, when you think about the idea of a record company, they give you the loan and they fund the distribution to make your CDs.
And basically charge you triple what they give.
But there are no fucking CDs. Nothing is physical. That shit does not exist no more. And then we still kind of get tricked a little bit because like, we still kind of falling for the same tricks. It's like it's like a vanity play in a sense. Like, oh man, this motherfucker, like, it's something like a nigga like Tyler, right? The homie just sold 150,000 albums, right? He didn't sell 150,000 albums. He had
sold
millions of streams.
Yeah, millions.
You feel me?
But they're telling him he sold 150,000.
Because they not finna tell these niggas, oh man, you had millions and billions of people listening to you in 3 days. They not gonna tell you that because then you're gonna be like, damn, if I'm able to do that,
I don't need them.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, and essentially, like, when you think about press in general, like, you got y'all, you got Gillian Wallow, you got Joe. It's a lot of people that's taken out. Because when I was younger, you feel me? The press would be like, oh man, tell us about the streets and being a nigger. And it's like, what y'all talking about? So at this point in time, like, just the whole shit is changing. But I think it's, And
artists, they own press now because social media allows you to be your own press.
Yeah, but it's like, essentially, this shit is like magazines and shit like that turning to pictures. Like, this print shit is pictures. Like, you can post the pictures and then, you put, I was in GQ and it's a vanity place. And people feel like you popping because you was in GQ or New York Times or yada yada. You can post them same pictures without that tagging. It's not gonna give people that kind of a speech. So it's all the vanity play, you know what I mean? It's smart, but.
And what Def Jam was you on? Steve Bartles?
I was on Steve Bartles.
Cameron Crock was there.
Steve, like when Faisal was there, and Paul. I was there from 20.
Okay. Oh, Paul Rosenberg.
Yeah, I was there from 2012, 13 to like 2 years ago.
Well, I would think that Paul Rosenberg, being your lyrical content, would be a person that had your back. I don't know if he didn't or not.
Well, it's not even about having a back. It's just like it's out of the label's hands in a sense, because if I'm a fan, right, and I digest shit in a certain manner, and the way that things change so fast, you can't possibly expect the label to be able to move with all that infrastructure the way that things have to move. So it's not like they not trying. Like they doing what they do for everybody. Like it's not like artists is going to them and being like, oh man, I want this press or I want this. They putting everybody on Jimmy Fallon. Yeah. They trying, but it's like some things just don't add up for the kind of artist you are. You kind of got to be more creative nowadays, because it's not to the point to where you got a poster and a CD and they don't know shit about you, and you just got to go from there. So it ain't like they wasn't trying, but it's like shit. It is what it is to a certain extent.
Now, I've read somewhere that you said people that wear Axe body spray and Old Spice are racist.
Yeah, that's dusty. That's like for the white boys.
They was giving mad Axe body sprays out here.
Appreciate it. That's for the white boys that live by the beach, like on 4th and Chestnut. 4th and Chestnut to like 9th and Chestnut. It's all Axe body spray in there.
Axe body spray. Cool.
Don't get caught over there neither.
Don't get caught over. All right, so for a long time, I really didn't understand Long Beach, because I'm gonna tell you why. We were introduced to NWA, right? NWA is straight out of Compton. In our mind, Compton is Cali.
And you're from Compton originally, right?
My parents from Compton and Long Beach are like 3 minutes away.
Right.
Like,
okay.
You can walk, like if you go to Jordan High School, you can walk across like a bridge and then you're in Compton. It's like when you're looking out of the school, Compton is right there. It's not that far.
So when we looking at it, all right, when NWA says straight out of Compton, we thought that they were saying straight out of California. Like, I mean, it went over our heads. Like, we didn't really know that. So for years, whenever a person say, I'm from LA or I'm from California, we immediately said, Compton. I would similarize it to how if a person was from New York at the time, they were always affiliated to Brooklyn, because Brooklyn was like the rowdiest. So how is it being from an adjacent neighborhood from one of the most populous place in hip hop? Like Compton, for a long time was like Shirt Kings. Like there was a place called Shirt Kings in Coliseum where people just wanted to go there and take a picture. Like people just wanted to go to Compton. It was like the illest shit. And I know a couple of times I went to Compton, people was like, this is Easy House, and they was lying to me. I was still like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like, but how is it growing up from an adjacent neighborhood like that?
I think at the point in time, like, I was just way after that.
Yeah, because Long Beach was already on the map.
But I mean, I was born in 1993, so Snoop was Snoop.
Right.
Yeah. Snoop, the biggest rapper damn near ever. You know,
everywhere.
Yeah, so it's like, it wasn't really no thing. I feel like Long Beach, one of the last cities in LA County.
Okay.
It's like Long Beach, San Pedro, that kind of like little areas, like the harbor areas, like kind of to the back part. Then Long Beach is right before Orange County, basically.
Okay.
So it's like we kind of far away. We in LA technically, but we 40, 50 minutes away.
Okay.
So I ain't never really go to LA till I was drinking. Like we ain't get along with them niggas. It's like still to this day, it's like, you know, some sort of weird thing.
And I heard you say when you were growing, not growing up, but when you were getting into the music business, you wouldn't even tell people you weren't from LA.
If you tell me you from Long Beach, they gonna think you grimy and like weird.
Okay, all right, hold on.
Grimy and weird.
Yeah, cool. Why? Why would you say? I heard you say that.
But it's like, it's funny, like, so like Schoolboy killing him, like, when I went on tour with Schoolboy, every single person on that tour be like, you from Long Beach? Like, yeah, man, it's weird out there. Everybody say that, but it's just because, you know, people got high minds. So like you said, the Compton thing, right? Like, you know how DJ Quick and NWA and Compton Most Wanted and King T and all these dudes.
All from Compton, different gangs.
Yeah, but they had, well, some of them niggas not really from Compton, but that's not the conversation. But cool. You got a lot of dudes, like, it was a marketing thing. Like, you say you knew Compton. Like, Ice Cube not from Compton, he from L.A. But it made sense if when you.
But he said that. He would say Inglewood and.
Of course, but it's like, he from L.A., so it's like, he from like the hundreds. So it's like, when you think about how the area is built up, it's like, it's comparable, but like 100 streets, like from like probably like around there, like around like high school and shit. But it wouldn't have made sense to say straight out of all these different places. Yeah. So you feel me? They just had to pick one, and Compton had a reputation at that point in time. And that's kind of how these things work. So when you look at just for musical context, if you got all these dudes looking like, you know, DJ Quick or Eazy-E or blah, blah, and then you got Snoop Dogg, who don't look nothing like these other dudes. He got on like a hockey jersey in his first video type shit. It's been like that forever, and it's still like that. So if a nigga, like, you see a nigga like, when I was younger, it was like jerking was a thing, and people was dancing and skateboarding and shit. So you got a nigga like with blonde hair and like an eyebrow ring, and like he shoot at you. And you from Compton, you're gonna be like, who is this nigga? And it was that kind of thing going on. So niggas from Compton and other places, well, not really Compton because it's closer, but people from LA, when I was meeting them in music, they'd be like, yeah, man, it's weird out there, just because you couldn't really gauge who was who by the way people look. You feel me?
And another thing about Long Beach, there's no red. Like, I went to Long Beach a couple of times, I didn't see red at this time. I'm
but it's
old,
a lot of cities like that though.
Yeah.
Like it's a
all
couple
Crip.
places. I mean, it's a lot of cities that ain't really got no. That's all Bloods. Like it's cities that got all Mexicans. You know what I mean? So it really just depends on how you look at it. Like Wilmington is all Bloods and Mexicans. Long Beach is all Crips and Mexicans. It's not really no Bloods in Gardena except for like the one they claim Compton though. So yeah, it's not. It's a couple of cities that ain't really got no.
Wow. This is like a whole different world because, you know, but we like again, I like, you know, being naive and just having NWA. NWA was literally my GPS. Like, so, and then moving on to what was it, Dre, and I just thought it was all one thing. Even Long Beach, I thought Long Beach was
for you, because I'm originally from LA, so I always, made sense.
You separated yourself immediately. I'm
just saying, I didn't think of it the same way you did.
Yeah, it's very true though. It's very true. Yeah, because you had experience. You was
I
over
lived in
there.
Southgate. My family lived in Inglewood.
I always thought Compton was a jail. Like when they said straight out of Compton, I was like, I don't want to go to that jail. Like because we had Rikers Island at the time, and I'm thinking this is their record to match Coogee Rap. I had no idea. Like and so like to me, California is just a whole different planet. Like I remember when we were like, you know, wearing windbreakers and breakdancing, it was like they was just khakis, and that was it in khakis. Was that your experience? I know it's a little.
I mean, when you think about music, you know, that kind of speaks to the power of music because it's a very visual thing, right? Everybody knows these other places because of rap music. Essentially, it's the most descriptive music genre as far as the explanations of the times and the places and aesthetics and things of that nature, right? So when you think about California, when I was younger, I thought the Bay was, you know, all together, and then you realize I didn't know E40 wasn't from Oakland until I was grown.
Wait, E40 not from Oakland?
He's from Vallejo.
Yeah. Vallejo. Okay, all right.
But it's like I ain't know what none of that was. I ain't know the difference between Berkeley and Oakland and things of that nature.
You see, to a New York dude, it's all the same to us.
And it's far as hell.
But to a person that's from California, you saying you from Vallejo and being...
Or the Bay Area.
Or the Bay Area. You have to be particular. You have to be specific. You can't be...
Yeah, because it's a lot of... I mean, it's like that everywhere, but the thing about California is that California's so big, essentially.
It's the biggest state.
You can't... You know how you can drive to Philly? You ain't driving nowhere but Vegas, maybe. As far as being...
Because I remember it was a big thing with Exhibit. I mean, Exhibit was claiming California or something, and people was like, he from New Mexico. And it was like, wait a minute. Like, and to me, I thought New Mexico was a part of California. Like, I was like, what's the problem?
You thought it was a part of California?
I mean, I thought the white people just came and took everything over. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what part they didn't take over. You know what I'm saying? So, being from Long Beach, right? I did remember, like me and you, we was on Twitter, and I was like, yo.
You got mad at me. This nigga got mad at me.
I said, yeah, you from Long Beach and he don't like Snoop. But then you schooled me.
I love Snoop, but I'm saying.
No, you schooled me, though. You schooled me. You was like, yo, growing up, I couldn't even...
No, we got to stop real quick. This nigga got mad at me because I was 7 years old listening to Lil Bow Wow. What the fuck I'm supposed to be listening to?
No. Like, I agree with you.
You niggas love Kid and Play, all that happy shit, LL Cool J. Like, stop it, man. Niggas love happy rap.
But let me just tell you something. You're correct. And let me just tell you something. No, he's correct. But let me tell you something. I think the initial argument was, you said that this era was better than the 2000s was better than the 90s because
you let the white people me. So I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay. Because you said Kanye, right? Was Kanye?
So we had a. It was so for one, it's Time Magazine. We got to put in the context that Time Magazine don't give a fuck about no black people or no rap music unless you like Obama or some shit.
Right.
So they was talking about pop culture.
Okay.
And they was talking about the height of pop culture and hip hop music and pop culture. So the truth of the matter is, it's no way possible that at a point in time that when we got hip hop music and niggas was suing Dapper Dan and all this other type of shit to the point that Travis Scott got a Dior collaboration and black people is headlining the biggest festivals in the world and black people.
Goddamn, make some noise for that. Goddamn, make some noise. That ain't no normal shit he's saying. Go ahead.
No,
go
that's
ahead.
what I'm saying. Like from context, when you think about the 2000s era, like it was just more opportunity, more money. When you think about what Jay was able to do, what 50 Cent was able to do, what they still able to do, it just these things wasn't possible because of kind of the phase in which hip hop was in. It's more established now than it was before, as it should be. But that got thrown as the 90s not the golden era. Like you really think like, and that's when we got to stop falling for that shit because it's what I was talking about. Press like Time Magazine is not talking about no fucking bars.
Right.
They talking about how much money you got and influence on they shit.
And for lack of a better term, they're going to use the clickbait. They're going to use the bait that's going to reel everybody in. But go ahead.
And you can't expect every generation to expect your golden era is their golden era. That's not fair for the generation.
You know what was ill? What he said at that time when he described Bow Wow. The thing about it is, I couldn't identify with that because I was already a grown man, as he was this heartthrob.
Yeah, he was always little Bow Wow to us.
He was always little Bow Wow, but he's not no more. He big Bow Wow. Put some respect on Bow Wow name, man. Him and Soulja Boy went at it, man. I love that, man. Would you do a versus?
Hell nah.
No.
You gotta have bangers for verses. I ain't got no hits like that for no verse. I got 2 plaques. I think I got 2. How many plaques I got? I got 3 plaques. That ain't enough for no verses.
Yeah, I kind of heard you say that before, like downplay your own catalog, but I don't want you to do that, man.
Well, it's not even downplaying. It's like, you got to read the room. You feel me? Like it's like you feel me? Like you know, kind of your lanes. You get what I'm saying? Verses is for if verses start with Timbaland and Swiss Beats, and they got fucking Ghostface and Raekwon and fucking Fabulous and Jadakiss and Bow Wow and Soulja Boy. I ain't one of them niggas. So I ain't gonna try to step up in their bag. You feel me? Them niggas got like generational hits. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got no shit like that.
You getting there. You there.
Man, look.
I can see you and Tyler, man. I'm just being honest.
Hell nah. Tyler just sold 150. I make nigga raps. that ain't happening. Tyler doing good though. Tyler booming. He got
Tyler's killing it.
Number one, right?
Big up to Tyler, man. Big up to Tyler, man. You know what I mean?
Shout out my son.
Yeah. It seems, I don't want to say me and him had a discrepancy. It was a little misunderstanding. But me following you and following and seeing y'all relationship, I start to think that I know him now through you. Because how y'all, like I seen y'all with a radio interview together, I hear y'all on records together. How did y'all develop that relationship?
Me and Tyler never got along. I used to hate that nigga.
Oh my God, I wasn't ready, goddammit.
But that's the homie now. It's just, I mean, it's like this, right?
Because y'all was coming up together in the same show?
No, I'm from a way different. So like I said, Long Beach far from LA, right? So I was cool with Sid, who was they DJ at the time. She in a group called The Internet now. And I would kick it with her. Mind you, when I first met them, I went with a homie that was from Long Beach. But he one of them niggas that was pretending he was from LA because his daddy worked out there, you know, because he was trying to be a rapper and shit like that. So he went over there once night, never seen no black people with a house that big. Their house was like crazy.
Who, Tyler house?
Nah, Sid in them house.
Okay.
So it's like she had the studio and shit like that, and that's where everything was. They was just there.
Okay.
Now I got kind of cool with Earl for a little bit, but like we wasn't really cool till he got out his little situation.
Earl?
Yeah, Earl Sweatshirt.
Cool.
So boom, when I was fucking with them a little bit, but I ain't never really talked to Tyler because I'm more calm than them. You feel me? So they was like rah shit, and I'm younger. So
this is before they really pop off, like all the future pop off.
Yeah. But like I was a little bit younger, so like I'm different than I am now when I was younger. Obviously, I was like kind of more burnt out, so I didn't really understand a lot of stuff, but I always respected their music and what they created. And then one day we went on tour. This nigga was like, "Hey man, why we don't talk?" And I was like, "I don't fucking know you, nigga." Like, but he didn't understand, you know what I mean? But where I come from, but like, you know where I come from. If you don't know a nigga, you ain't talking to a nigga you don't know. It was a problem.
That's a great answer.
Right. But now like Tyler done gave me a lot of advice. He done helped me a lot of shit. Like he really, really smart with the way that he handle his stuff, and everything is calculated. Like he plans out every single thing he do. Nothing. I feel like this nigga plan out his sentences. Like probably got it written down somewhere. He different.
And one thing about the both of y'all that it was at one point, everyone was wearing "I'm not a rapper" shirt, right? And for the most part, a lot of motherfuckers wasn't a rapper, but they were having this truck jewelry and all that, so they wanted to make a distinction, like I get money somewhere else. I feel like when you guys say it, it feels like when you say I'm not a rapper, or it feels like because when people say you're a rapper, it minutes the situation.
So this thing with Tyler, right? I don't think, with me it's kind of different because if I ever like downplay something I'm doing, it's not to shun it, it's in comparison to other people. You feel me? Like if Pharrell is a musician and he know all these instruments and all these songs,
Why
and
call him a rapper?
I can't be no musician if I'm not on the same level of education. Or, you know, the time that you put in as another nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't sell, you know, a nigga one bag of weed and be like, you hustling. That's just not what it is. So, I feel like with Tyler, and a lot of people just, like, generationally, they just do a lot more than that. So it's like a lot of times when you go into these rooms, it's like, oh, you might be the rapper, or you might be this, you might be this. It's like, so say you get a deal with a company, like, say, a sneaker company or clothing company, and you're a rapper and you're a young dude. It's different. If you get an artist, they're gonna put you on the billboard and make you a fee. You don't give you a fee to show you, to use your name and likeness, right? But if they look at you as more than that, essentially they might be like, okay, come design this product or come consult with this product. So it's not, I don't think people say it in the sense of trying to diminish rap in itself. It's just like, don't put me in a box like I'm just the help. They be trying to treat niggas like the help, you know what I'm saying? And that's not gonna work. Nowadays with all these opportunities, you see all these things that's going on with like these, you know, this fashion stuff and this technology and all this other shit, like we able to really make headway now that we probably couldn't make before.
Right. And now you had the GQ photo shoot. What's my man's name? I forgot his name. The Indian dude?
Hassan Minaj.
Is that like the proper way to call it? You know, nowadays you gotta
I mean, if he's Indian, if he's of Indian heritage,
I just know. You listen. If I said anything that's crazy, like I mean, like I don't know. What you should call him Asian,
you
like
say Asian
whatever.
Too.
Like, but I seen that.
We're too late for that on Drink Chat. We should be canceled mad times already.
Do we call him Asian? It's crazy.
So like how is GQ even calling you? Like how does that feel for you? Like
honestly, I have no idea why the niggas keep calling me. Got no idea.
This makes some noise with no idea. Cause this like your second photo shoot or third?
I done done a lot of that shit.
Oh, this Drink Chat, it happens.
Hey, it happens a lot. I be doing hella.
Good.
Oh yeah, I be doing hella fucking merchandise shit, just you know, press shit. Just I don't know. They always be calling me for press, but I don't get it.
Right.
But I mean, I'm appreciative of it. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's a totally different clientele.
Exactly. And it's like I'm not that kind of dude. Like I ain't picking up no magazines and be like looking for the next tips on how to do something, whatever shit.
Right. What happened? I'm sorry, man. This is awkward.
She looking for a drink?
ID from last night. Shit got real. Let's make some noise. Yo, let me tell you something. That's the most shame I ever had. Like when you leave your ID, not just your ID, your credit card. Your credit card, because you know the next day you like, yo, how bent was I to like, you know, just forget all this. Now this is
y'all be getting that faded?
Oh yeah. You know what? Today we're honoring you. We look. You know, you never smoked or drank your whole life.
Oh, no.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, make some noise for that. But I'm not even, to tell you the truth, I'm not even making noise for you not ever indulging. I'm making noise for you being as strong as you can be around. I could imagine growing up around the gangbangers, around, you know, even other rappers. Rappers get higher than gangbangers at this point.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
these young niggas, bro, and it's crazy. Like in California, specifically, these young niggas is on black.
Right.
They on crystal. Like,
wait, what's black? I don't know what that
heroin,
is.
like, yeah, they smoking black. Like,
wait, heroin
like the
is
tar
black?
shit? Yeah, the original. That's like the original heroin.
That
ain't even pills. That's the tar shit.
I'm out the game so
bro,
long.
niggas in the county jail right now are black getting beat up, bro. Like real reputable niggas. Like the drug
That's no joke, man. That's no joke.
The pills and it's just it's fucked up right now. Yeah, I don't.
So like you know, most of my homeboys who never got high, like even Fat Joe, you know,
except when you got him high.
That one time, but that was my mistake. That was just sneaking high. But most of my friends who don't get high, had like someone in their family that they saw get high, or they saw overdose, or they saw, and they, like even Fat Joe. Like Fat Joe had this horrible story about him seeing his family members get high. So every time when Fat Joe, I would understand. So I never pushed it on it. Is that experience that you had?
I mean, I seen my pops go from like being up and like being a man and having all the cars and all the money and all the other stuff, you know, we supposed to care about, to like being whooped and not like just not being it, you know what I mean? See the homies leave, see the people leave. It's just not cool. You feel me? Like, and not necessarily the getting high itself, but like I ain't never want to not know if I was fucked up. You feel me? I ain't never not want to know. You don't want to be the motherfucker who up and then you hit that point and then everything go away. I couldn't like really let that happen to myself. And also you just gotta pay attention. Like you know what I mean? the Long Beach, everything is in such close proximity,
Right.
and we got such, we got a real bad racial conflict. So I ain't want to be
You said racial? Like
yeah,
meaning,
it's real bad, like black and Mexican.
Mexicans,
Yeah, black and
okay.
Mexican,
Yeah.
So it's like, you ain't want to be, slipping at a certain point in time, especially when I was growing up, like early 2000, like the YT era, was what like niggas call it. There was a lot going on, so I ain't never want to get caught. Like, my sister got shot like 7, 8 times.
God
And
bless.
when I was a kid, just be at the casino,
Right.
getting drunk, having a good time, and then got aired out.
Right.
So it's like, you ain't really safe nowhere. So just that and my pops, just little shit, I was like, yeah, I gotta pay
Yeah, I
attention.
see my other pops or something like that. So, but let me ask you, so, like, just hanging around the environment, how did you develop that strongness? Because there's a lot of people that's gonna watch this interview and say, wow, that's dope, Vince ain't never, but it couldn't have been easy. Like, I'm sure there's people trying to hotbox with you and roll the windows up in the car and everyone smoke.
I feel like it was easy only because I don't be mind when niggas be smoking around me like that. Don't really bother me like that. But I feel like I was lucky enough to have, decent family, and I got real homies, you know what I mean? Like, I got the same homies since forever. Like, I'm not one of them random weird niggas who just, like, wake up one day and start claiming the hood or giving niggas some money, all that other bullshit that be going on.
They put you on.
Yeah, it's like, but I've been around for such a long time that it's like my homies ain't ever encouraged me to do nothing that wasn't. So, like, if these niggas, if we done been through, like, real life situation with, like, real implications, and they ain't doing it, then you niggas can't, you know what I'm saying? I can, motherfuckers ain't try, but it's like,
influence you.
You feel me? Like, because it's like, even when the bad influence is essentially a good influence as well. And my mama and my pops, they didn't raise us to be like, and when my pops was around, because it wasn't like, one thing I tell niggas all the time, like, we have a lot of conversations about fatherhood and black men and shit like that. But it ain't like, once a nigga go down that road, it ain't like they can come home. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they can say, all right, I learned my lesson, let me go home now. Yeah. So, when he was around, when my mom was around, they just raised us to, be on our own shit.
Like, I know a dude, listen, and I smoke weed, I drink, but I know a dude who did it one time. He
did what one time?
PCP.
Oh.
We were all smoking bud. The bud guy ran out of bud. Didn't want to tell us. We didn't want to tell him that we just bought all the bud. So he was like, okay, give it to him. He gave him to him, put it in the bud, and I don't want to say his name because he fucked up to this day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But it's literally like, what happens if he just didn't want to get high? Like, he might have not been as bugged out as he is. He's shooting everybody. But like you know what I mean? This was 25 years ago. And,
he didn't know he was smoking PCP?
No, because back then, that's how they would get it off. They would be like
that's how they got
smoking
my pops.
dirty, basically.
That's how they got my pops.
What you said?
That's how they got my pops. Just hanging with the homies, and then one day you strung out. That's shit. That's how that shit happened.
Wow, man. Wow, that's crazy. So one thing that I also noticed about you is you're so honorable that when a person does a record with you don't even use their name.
Yeah, what's that about?
I be feeling lame, bro. Like,
so you do it on purpose? Yeah, your playlist no features.
Because I feel like
mad features, but no features.
Yeah, but it's like this. Like,
that's the hardest.
Like, put us on the game. Is there an advantage to doing that too?
As I'm skipping through your music, I'm thinking I'm high. I'm thinking I'm making a mistake. I'm like, why is Future on this record?
Boris is like, Future, man, he sound like Kendrick right there. I said, Boris, that is Kendrick right there.
All right, cool. So y'all was making the same.
It's like the title of the song, right? The title of the song is the title of the song. The title of the song ain't blah 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 featuring and using the homie.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like they on the song, they on the song. I don't like how it look on the track list, and I feel like you trying to convince motherfuckers that you hard by using another nigga name. Did Def Jam let you get away with that?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's dope, but it's kind of crazy.
It's dope, but it's crazy.
I mean, it's fake stupid. Like, you're supposed to use it to your advantage, but I just ain't that type of dude. You feel me? Like, you give me a verse or whatever, it's enough for me. I ain't really tripping.
That shit is ill.
So what about the video? They're just not in the video either.
I don't do a lot of videos. I do like probably 1 or 2 videos a project. Them shit's expensive for no reason.
Right. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's not. I don't think videos is expensive. I think that you're very, very creative. Like,
I'm like
all your videos is ill. Like,
but this is what I'm saying. 100,000 for some shit to go on YouTube.
Right. Yeah.
Hell nah.
Right,
against my budget.
Right.
Nah. You got to get that back. I don't want to borrow that.
You got a good outlook, man.
I'm feeling this. 100. It's different videos for like MTV and VH1. This shit is for YouTube, nigga. Ain't no going nowhere else but YouTube.
Right. And if you don't get no views, you don't get no money back.
Come on,
Not indie-wise.
Even if you do get some views, you got to split it with the and the Vimeo and all this other Vivo. What's that shit called?
Yeah,
Vivo.
yeah.
It's a lot going on out here in these streets, man. I ain't playing them games with them people.
Ray J just texted me. Don't you got a record with him and Chris Brown?
Oh yeah, that's the homie. No, that's not Chris Brown. That's not Chris Brown.
That's not Chris Brown?
That's Ray J and the Gorillas.
Oh shit. You Googled wrong, brother.
The band The Gorillas?
Hell nah.
Oh yeah. You gave him a
Oh yeah, it's the nigga from the Gorillas and Ray J. But Ray J and Chris Brown, they got that same kind of
okay.
You know.
So you
vibrato.
You and Ray J is cool.
That's the homie. Yeah, Ray J getting money.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
That nigga got a Rubicon Jeep and a G-Wagon. Yeah. Both of them. That's stupid. He getting a lot of money. And he gave me. You got my bike?
Well,
I got a scooty bike. Yeah,
a scooty bike? He didn't give me a scooty bike.
I got a custom.
Oh, okay.
Well, we got
he
on here?
No, he coming this week. I got him in Trick. But
same time?
Yeah. But speaking of Trick, what is it? Your album, Trick Daddy Thugs R Us.
I love Trick Daddy, bro.
That's just crazy.
Come on, man. Nigga, I'm telling you, I had the TV. Like, niggas be acting like they was digging through fucking records at the record store. Like, if you don't get your lame ass out of here, nigga, you niggas born in the 90s. I ain't never seen a record store until I was grown. Nigga was on VH1.
I want to be offended by that.
You can't even be offended.
Bro, like,
he wasn't alive when you was doing DJ shopping.
Nigga, when I was in like the 5th grade, the Zune and the iPod came out. Niggas is not digging through no crates.
Zoom?
You remember the Zune?
No, I don't remember.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, come on, stop playing, man. Niggas was not on no bro. Trick Daddy was on MTV Jams every day, bro.
Wow.
Trick is the truth.
Wow, yeah. And because I was born in Compton, right?
No. There ain't no hospitals in Compton.
Oh, the
That's
hospital
crazy.
was in Compton.
Imagine growing up somewhere with no hospital. I'm happy my mom and them moved. That's grimy. Wow. There ain't no hospital in Compton. Only hospital in Compton is like damn near in Watts. Or you gotta go to St. Francis in Linwood, but in Compton direct, ain't no hospital.
But you spent time in Atlanta for a little while.
I was in Atlanta for like 6 months, 7 months.
Okay, did that help you, like you musically or what?
Did you get any influence?
I wasn't making music yet.
Oh yeah?
I didn't make music till I came back. I was in Atlanta middle of 9th grade.
Okay.
I did some stupid shit, so I had to go.
Go to Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I came back home, when everything was copacetic or whatever.
But seeing them big booty girls, they ain't had that in Long Beach, right? Them big booty girls, they.
This is the thing about Atlanta, though. I was going to Westlake.
Ooh.
So I was low-key
That's not Lenox Mall.
You feel what I'm saying?
Cool.
I was in school with Cam Newton, nigga. We was in the hood.
Oh, that's fire.
So it's like, I was just mad because there was a lot of shit going on. And like, when I went to Atlanta, one of my homies had died.
Oh, God
and we
bless.
was like 15. Well, I was 14, he was 15.
Right.
And it's like, when you leave while something like that happening, I just felt like a buster. You know what I mean? I felt like I could be doing something that, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, my mind was in the wrong place the whole time I was there. You know what I'm saying? So when I got back home, I was supposed to tell my dad, I think he had a flash or something, like he disappeared. So I think he had a flash, to be honest. So my mom was like, ended up staying with me or whatever because she didn't want me to go back there because when I was in Atlanta, the school system wasn't equivalent. So like I wasn't doing shit.
Right.
Like they was doing TA work and it's like a little bit after Katrina. So it was a bunch of displaced people, blah, blah. They don't got enough, there was some bullshit. Not enough room in the classes. So I would literally sit in the office for like 4 or 5 periods. I came back to California, and I noticed like how nice it was. You know what I'm saying? Because you in Atlanta nice too, but it's a different kind of nice.
Yeah,
like you got truck stops and Whataburger, fucking Waffle House, and it's just desolate. Like out here, you know, we got it just and going to Long Beach specifically. Like I was kind of more appreciative, and then I just seen that, it's not the right way to be, but I came back and like I noticed that niggas wasn't like going as hard as I thought they should be going.
Right.
So I was like, I ain't finna like die, and then niggas like just go about their day.
On the gangbanging tip?
Yeah, I was like, I ain't finna die, and just like niggas go about their days, and when I'm dead, so I try to figure out some other shit, and that's where the music shit come from.
Yo, is anybody ever gonna tell Atlanta that the Waffle House is trash?
It's not that good.
It's not that good,
Nah,
bro.
I don't like it.
I'm just being honest.
They like it out there like that?
It's like a 25-year secret I've been keeping.
Nah, that shit, it feel like roaches is in there.
It feel like, I feel dirty. Like, you ever went to court and left court?
Yeah.
And you know how you want to take a shower immediately?
Like county jail. County jail.
I was being honest. I'm sorry, Atlanta.
Yeah, the Waffle House is the county jail.
Waffle House is the county jail.
Damn.
Kid you not. I'm so sorry, Atlanta. So sorry anybody in the South is going to take this part. I'm just being honest. For 25 years, I went, had meetings at the Waffle House.
They got the little tile floor in that motherfucker.
The top
like the
McDonald's, they got the McDonald's, old McDonald's mop in there. As soon as you take the shit out like that smell like hamburger. You know what I'm saying? And it's just not a good scene. It's really literally what it's for, the last meal of the night, like, you know, after the club or all that. But I be seeing people wake up in the morning like, I'm going to the Waffle House. Like, nah, that's not a thing to do. Like this is not popular. I know people who get dipped to go to the Waffle. They go get fresh.
They know somebody that worked there.
Oh, okay, they go.
Got it.
But the Waffle House is not that good. You do agree on that.
That shit is trash.
Okay, go ahead. Look at these South guys. These South guys looking like that, man.
We lost the Waffle House sponsor.
You like the Waffle House? That's your shit?
Look, nobody like...
That nigga went to a black college though. He don't count. He went to HBCU.
HBCU? That's what they call? Okay, holy moly guacamole, we go in there. All right. I got mad notes, man. I got bad notes.
You messed with Mac Miller too, right?
Yeah, that was the homie, man.
Oh,
that was, you know, he was a good nigga. Yeah. Sad how that happened, but you know.
Just, did you see that coming?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He had, not in passing, but like, I done seen so much. You know what I mean? You know, you can tell when shit going left, but he was doing real good. I feel like before he passed, you know, everybody knew he was struggling with shit, but before he passed, he was really doing really good.
Right.
You know, he just
I've seen him in the gym and things like that.
Yeah, he was doing real good. It just, you know, sometimes it don't always win, but he was doing good. I know I still talk to his mom. I talked to her the other day, yesterday, I think, day before.
How'd y'all connect?
I wasn't really making music at that time. Earl had came back, and I was just, you know, moving around with him, making sure, you know, he was straight and shit. And I introduced myself to him, and he was like, I don't know who you are, why don't you make beats or whatever? Why don't you make music? And I said, I don't got no beats. And he's like, all right, make you some beats, come over here on Friday.
Wow.
Because he was living in LA, right?
Yeah, and then that's how we ended up making music and being cool. And then he took me on tour, and he didn't want no publish. He said, if you make $1 million, buy me a S-Class Benz or something like that. He
Publishing off the beats he made?
Yeah, the whole little project. He gave me ownership of it.
That's
and all
dope.
That. He just said, if you make a gang of money, just give me like an S-Class.
Wow.
And then took me on the road, paid for my room and board, and still paid me. So yeah, you know, that was the homie. He did a lot.
Wow.
He did more for me than honestly, like as far as in the time of my life when I needed it. Because you got to think at that point, I already put like 2 music projects out, and it wasn't really, I wasn't fucking with it. So I was like, I'm finna go back to, you know, to what I know type shit. And my cousin had just got shot, and he almost died. So that turned it all the way up. You know what I mean? My focus wasn't on music at all.
I heard you say that before, like, that this was like your third hustle or something like that? This wasn't your main thing?
I never did nothing. I never had no job. When I was younger, I never got no bad grades.
I mean to be so good at music for this not to be...
I never even listened to music a lot growing up. Only like in passing, like, you know, TV and like music videos and shit like that.
Wow.
But I feel like music not hard to do, especially like when I look at rap music, right? I don't what's good, you feel me? Because there's so many different types of rap music. You can be, you know, Trick Daddy good, and Boosie good, and Lupe Fiasco good, and you feel me? It's so many different guys. Snoop Dogg good, Devin the Dude good.
Kendrick good.
You know, Keep the Sneak is good. I love, you know, I like bass shit, so it's like
that's the bit. I immediately pop my collar.
But it's like it's so many different kinds of good. I think in hip hop, you just really need a story, and if you got a story, you know how to tell it right, you can be successful with this shit.
So I think it was you and Tyler conversating, and he said, you know, being a rapper is so like I'm paraphrasing obviously, but it's so like the lowest level of the totem pole. But and I think you said even back in the days, back in the days, you know, it was the dancer, it was the DJ. And then it was the rapper at the last.
It's the easiest entry point.
Right.
It's the easy. I think it's most just the easiest entry point. And I think that's why hip hop is so important to people in like impoverished communities, because to sing you gotta have a good voice. You gotta know how to hold a note. You gotta have good memory. You know, gotta know how to be able to play music.
Okay,
yeah, exactly. If you want to play instruments, you gotta practice and blah blah. To rap, all you didn't have to be. You know, anybody can wake up one day and be like, "Oh, I'm a rapper," and somebody can say, "Oh, rap," and then you can do it. If you just pick up, say, "I play the guitar," and you try to pick that motherfucker, you're gonna embarrass yourself. So it's like the lowest entry point to being a creative in music, I feel. And I think that's why so many people embrace it, and that's why we've had so many great rappers over time, because it's something that you can literally pick up overnight, and you don't need nothing to learn how to do it. You don't need no instruments. You don't need none of that shit. You can literally sit inside your own head and, you know, become good. I think that's why it's, you know, really important and why it's becoming the most dominant thing.
Right. That's crazy. That's crazy. You produced?
No, I can't do none of that.
You can't do none of that.
I can't turn on Pro Tools.
So you can't even turn it on?
I can't use none of that shit, bro.
That's why you like.
And you don't want to even learn?
Nah, I'm cool. I mean, my thing is like, I can learn to squat and save a little bit of money, but like I might know somebody who like nice, and now they can pay their bills off that budget and be my engineer. I ain't really greedy with it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like if I know this nigga spend his whole life engineering, why am I gonna try to do it when there's somebody out there that's that's nice that can probably elevate what I'm doing? That's why I never try to make beats or nothing like that. It's like 30 niggas that I know that make beats. Why do I need to be the 31st nigga to make beats when they can just make the beat for me? You know what I'm saying? Might as well just split it up.
So what's beyond the rhyming then? Assuming that it's the entry point, like you said, you want to do more.
Oh, I was just saying as far as like, he was based off me and Tyler conversations. The entry point meaning that if you want to make music, being a rapper is kind of the easiest thing to do, and you can just talk about yourself with people to listen. You know what I mean? To talk about what you done seen. You know, if you trying to be Beyonce but you can't sing, you're pretty whooped. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Anybody could be me. You feel me?
But I'm saying beyond that point, like,
what do I want to do
any
personally?
other aspirations?
In music?
Music or other?
Man, my thing is like I was saying earlier, I ain't never really want to do nothing. So I'm just appreciative. Like, not that I didn't want to do nothing, just wasn't in my mind. Like, I wasn't raised in no place where niggas got dreams. Like, if you tall or you big, you can play basketball or you know, yeah, exactly, shit like that. So it's like, I was cool with having a good job. You know what I mean? When I was younger, I remember I was trying to work it because I dropped out when I was 15. So I was trying to get UPS jobs and warehouse and staff mart, all this other shit my older homies was telling me. But nigga, I'm a minor. I can't get no fucking job.
Right.
With me, I feel like I just got so many opportunities, you feel me? Based off of just who I am as a person. And some of these opportunities, to be honest, I feel like it's gonna do better than music. No, if you think about film, television, you can talk about my videos. Like if you can make a video trip, you can make a show, you can make a movie. It's no reason to be
a series.
Exactly. Like I know some good niggas like Ryan Coogler.
And I can tell. I'm sorry to cut you off. I can tell your videos is your ideas because it's not like these directors go out and make these type of videos without you.
No,
you understand what I'm saying? So I peeped that. Here's the crazy thing, right? I looked at Fat Joe, I think on Instagram Live or something, and he said that what a lot of people didn't notice was Pun didn't have a lot of records with artists because artists didn't want to get on a record with Pun because they always looked at it like Pun would burn them down or something like that. One of the things that I noticed with you is you got like a head-to-head record with Royce da 5'9", and Royce da 5'9", similar, serves as that purpose too. There's a lot of people, you know, that want to be cool with Royce. They don't want to get on the fucking record with him. So what made you?
Oh, because I knew I was going to the best verse.
Just make some fun of that.
And I did have the best verse. Niggas just be playing favorites, but I had the best verse, and it ain't even close.
Okay, cool.
I fuck with Royce, though. Royce a good nigga.
Royce a great nigga.
Right.
I met Royce with Crooked Eye.
Okay.
Crooked Eye from Long Beach, and I seen him.
That's right, Crooked Eye from Long Beach.
Somewhere. So, yeah, man, I think Corday was supposed to be on it, and Corday couldn't be on it, which was, you know, I made it real quick. I was just happy I was on it, you feel me? Like, you know, you don't get them opportunities every day.
Right.
So
I love that we got noise. I love this.
Oh yeah, man, come on, it's Miami, man. Drink champ.
I love it. Yeah. So, but is there like a sense of nervousness because you're in? I don't want to say that's in that world, but you're a part of who people consider real lyricism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then when you get the chance to work with a Corday, I always pronounce his name wrong. Corday, Eminem, or a Royce. Does it bring what does it bring the sense of competition out of you, or
do you even consider yourself a lyricist? Because it sounds like you might not even.
Nah, he know he a lyricist.
I mean, it's like it depends. Like I'm saying, it all depends on how you viewing it. You feel me? Because like I said, I listen to a lot of shit. So like I think E40 a lyricist. When I say that, niggas look at me like I'm crazy.
No, he is.
But it's like just because you don't know what somebody talking about, don't mean they not hard. So I mean, with me, it's like. Yeah, I appreciate it, but that's how I got music, from fucking with, as far as on the bigger scale. Or just in general, fucking with Earl, fucking with Evidence, and DJ Babu was making beats for me when I was younger. Nobody gave me shit. And, Ill Mind, and I don't forget nobody, Kill Heart. It was a gang of motherfuckers that give me shit. Scoop DeVille, and to N.O.R.E. and Common. Like, Common the first person that put me on the song. You feel me?
Common? Really? Wow.
That's crazy.
I got a BET award because of Common. You feel me? I don't know where it's at, but I got it. So like shit like that, like I appreciate the lyricism shit.
So me listening to your music for these past couple of days, I couldn't help but like talk like you. I couldn't help but like Crib. I couldn't help but like cause you know you heavy influence. Like when you listening to you, like is it ever at a time like, you know, like I have sometimes that white people come up to me like, yo, what's up, you my nigga? And I'm like, wait a minute. I am not chill, you know what I'm saying? But you know that they're influenced. You know they don't mean it with the
mean no harm,
ER. And but I still I'm offended, one. And it's like, do you ever feel like maybe I'm giving too much in the records or?
Yeah, I used to feel like that. It's funny, like I had a point in time with music, right? So like, my first album come out, and I'm like, all right, cool. I got a lot, you know, shit off my chest, blah, blah, I'm happy. But at that point in time, I ain't really had nothing. It was still cracking, essentially. Right. I was in like a one bedroom with my sister and my mama in the middle of like some whole other shit that was going on.
Wow.
And I was like, you feel me? It was like...
And your album is out already.
Yeah, but like...
See, that's like my story. Like, yeah,
it didn't matter. So it's like, at this point in time, it's like, all right, all I got from that first album was more niggas knew what my face looked like.
Right.
Because niggas always knew my voice. Niggas always knew my voice, and niggas kind of would see if the nigga that sound like that had a gap, and they be like, all right, then that's me.
Oh my God.
Because I ain't used to be out like that. Like, I don't fuck with other niggas. Like, if you one of my homies, you know me. Like, I don't know a gang of people from a gang of other neighborhoods. Like, I'm not. That's stupid.
Right.
That's how you get killed.
Right.
So when I was younger, I was never on it. My mom always said, mind your business, stay to yourself type shit, which goes against what hip-hop is.
Right.
So when Summertime 06 came out, I was doing good, blah, blah. I'm on a good trajectory. N.O.R.E and Def Jam, they have a conflict of kind of ideas. N.O.R.E kind of leave Def Jam.
Right.
So at that point in time, I'm just trying to figure shit out. I don't really know what I'm doing. And then I was doing shows just in the meantime, and I realized like it felt weird. It's like, man, I'm out here in this different country and blah, 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 blah. And all I gotta do, all I can tell niggas is that, you know, I gangbang. You feel me? Like music, like, but that's all I had seen in my life. So I didn't know how to really articulate much.
Right.
So I was like, all right, I'm never doing this again. Like, even with the Big Fish Theory album, like, I made that album so it could get synced for movies. Okay. So I had got...
You made it with that in mind?
Yeah, every single one. And almost, I think like probably 80% of those songs got synced. So the reason I made it because we had got an offer to do... was it the Army or was it FIFA? What was first? FIFA, right?
It was
Call of Duty gave me an offer. How much was it? Like... crazy.
You don't know how to say exactly.
No, I'm trying to see if it's the right story because which one was higher? Was it Call of Duty or FIFA?
FIFA came after. FIFA was the Call of Duty was the first.
But FIFA was higher, right? Yeah. All right, so Call of Duty gave me.
Those are big checks.
But like Call of Duty gave me to do one song that they didn't even use was more than my whole album budget.
Okay, but let's be precise if we can. But do you get publishing off of that, or this is a buyout?
No, you get publishing too.
Oh, you get publishing too?
So,
okay. Okay.
Call of Duty.
They license it. It's licensed.
That's the thing.
No, but some people do a buyout.
Yeah, no, you can do a buyout, but they didn't even use it. So I still got paid, and they didn't use it. I got a FIFA thing.
Oh, and they didn't use it. Okay.
I got a FIFA thing for Champions League, and that was crazy. And then I was like, all right.
FIFA money different. That's soccer.
I was like, this makes sense. So then years later,
Only me and Boris knew that in the room.
We
I just fucking with y'all. Okay.
So when Call of Duty didn't use it, the U.S. Army picked it up.
The Army picked it up?
I got paid for it again. They didn't use it. Then after the Army didn't use it, the Spider-Man movie used it. So this is all the meantime I'm making this album, and I'm touring. I'm like, all right, so if I can get 10 songs, every one of these songs can get synced.
Right.
Then I don't need nothing else. You feel me?
Right.
So then I made this song called Back Back. I made it for Baywatch.
Right.
They put it in the Baywatch trailer, and I noticed that like certain songs.
B-A-K.
Yeah, exactly. So what's it called?
No C in there.
Yeah, exactly. You can't put the cap to C.
Okay.
So whatchamacallit? What's that nigga name? Damn, what's her name? Fuck. No, so I make Back Back, right? And we go the OA. This was a show called the OA. This director, and like it was the music director kept putting my shit in certain shit. So I noticed like what songs kept getting synced. Blue Suede kept getting synced, and some of North got synced. I noticed it was like they was going for the most abrupt sounds.
Okay.
To kind of separate the scenes. So then I started making music with that in mind. So Back Back got I got Back Back in Baywatch, Black Panther, and like one other thing, and then a lot of them other songs was getting synced. So basically, that changed my whole life, and then that changed the touring because now I could play. It was a point in time when I was playing festivals, no rappers on the stage but me and Golding. We was the only rappers on the bill. Right. Unless you play hip hop festival like Splash or something, it'd be like Prime would be headlining some shit like that, and like some cool shit like that. Yeah. But other than that, if it wasn't no real hip hop festival, it'd be 2 rappers on the whole festival, it'd be me and Golding. So I'm like, damn.
Gold who?
Golding from DC.
Okay.
So I was like, all right, if it's 50 festivals. this year. And I know for a fact I can play every single one of them because niggas not even gonna want to play in them crowds. Then I was just counting the money. Wow. So I had like a 2-3 year span where I wasn't even rapping about no game range. I wasn't even cursing really. I really wasn't, because I was thinking about these shows. I wasn't saying nigga and shit like that. And then like, you know, some shit happened in life and I was like, man, fuck that shit. I'm gonna be kind of more, I'm just gonna do what I do. But I cleaned up, but it's like, it wasn't really worth it to me because it's like, it was wasted years.
Wow.
You know, chasing the money.
I'm kind of mind blown at the way that you approached making the music for the certain opportunities.
Yeah, that's genius.
That's when Bad and Bougie was out. So it's like, all right, you got to think about how many they was doing all kind of alien movies, all kind of superhero movies. Marvel was popping, so they can't play these songs essentially when they playing in these movies. So what I would do is I would look at kind of scores. I was watching like Blade Runner. I was watching certain shit, and I was seeing what that kind of music sound like. And I was looking at how international things worked. They was playing a lot of older UK music and shit like that. And I've kind of just figured out. We looked at what movies was coming out, and we just made songs that would fit in certain things.
And it makes sense because if you listen to the catalog, at least when I was listening recently, each song sounds different. Mm-hmm. And now it makes sense why, like, you're thinking in your head, this is for this, this is for this, this is for this.
I did that for 2 whole projects. I did certain shit was for action movies, certain shit was for this, certain shit was for that. Yeah, we was doing that. And to this day, like, we just got another one for this other movie. So, I mean, it worked. But essentially, it's like, I had some homies pass and like some family members pass and shit. And like, it just kind of reassessed like the way I looked at life. Cause like, you know, you get older and you gotta realize what mattered. Right. You feel me? And I think I got to the point where I kind of had a better understanding of that recently.
Does the fans ever get on your case? Because if you're making the music for these opportunities, then you're not necessarily making it anymore for the fans.
I mean, but who are the fans? You feel me?
I'm just wondering.
The fan, like, I'm asking, like, really, who are the fans? The fans are based on your point of view. So if you making this and this is working here and you look this way, then these are the fans. If you look that way, then these are the fans. There's always gonna be somebody that don't like some shit. Right. So you can't pay attention to that. And the way I looked at it was like, man, I done so much worse shit than made a song a nigga don't like. I got motherfuckers that's gonna be really mad for the rest of their life. You feel me? So I care about. It sounds crazy, but I care more about the niggas I done wrong in my life that I like, you know, really done something to than I do a motherfucker who don't like a song. You feel me? I want to tell them niggas sorry, not necessarily music people. It's just where I'm at in life right now. So I understand it, but everybody, like, music is an emotional thing, and like, I knew I was gonna be able to do music because I was good at certain shit. So if I can convince you that you mad, so you go around the corner and whatever, I know I can get these niggas to listen to a song. Right. When I first met Sid and Tyler and all them, I wasn't making no music. I wasn't no rapper. That's why I don't got no rap name. Niggas asked me my name because I did a verse and I told them my name and then they put it in the shit and then that was my rap name. I don't got no rap name.
Noise for that, goddammit. So now the North, right? Mm-hmm. All right. Now we're understanding Long Beach is its own entity. It's its own city. Mm-hmm. Now it's like you're narrowing it down. Like, now I'm just not from North. I'm not just from Long Beach. Mm-hmm. I'm from North. Mm-hmm. Can you break that, so a person that's never been to California before, what is North?
I mean, yeah, it's like every city has its segments. You know what I mean? And the segments have their own segments. Mm-hmm. So I feel like the way it is nobody had ever said they was from North Long Beach. I got a gang of homies that's from North Long Beach, but they from East Side gangs because those was the bigger gangs. Or, you know what I mean?
Okay, all right, so when you, because for a person that don't know, when you say they from, you saying that's the set they join.
Exactly. All right. But it's like, it's a gang, like, it's G niggas, like older dudes that's from the North, that's from East Side gangs, like that's reputables, you feel me? But at the point in time, it's just, you know, it's the crowd, like people do what make the most sense, and also with the racial
So what we're saying is North Side don't have a lot of the big gangs.
Well, we got the 2 biggest gangs in Long Beach on the East, I mean, 20s and Insane is the biggest hoods, that's where Trady from, where Snoop
20s and Insane Crips.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's like, most people just go be from there, and I got a lot of homies that is from there. I got homies that was from there and then came back to the hood. Like, a lot of stuff happened like that. When you kids, you know, you're trying to find your way. Right. But it's funny, North wasn't even gone. I thought it was too burnt out because.
So let me ask you something. I'm sorry to cut you off. Is that why Snoop and them rep East Side?
Yeah.
Is that why they East Side?
But the crazy thing about Snoop is
I'm sorry throwing up these gang signs. I know my shit is very horrible. So if you gotta relax. I just said that he's rubbing off. We neutral that joint. I'm just saying crib. I'm like, because I'm listening to his. I'm sorry, Crib and Dior. Like, I'm just, this guy got me. I'm sorry.
I was like, so yeah, that's why they said it the East Side.
Okay.
Like, now but also, I would hear certain songs where Snoop would say shit that's on the North.
Okay.
Like he said on the intro of the R&G album, stayed on 51st, 30 blocks from the East Side. Like, nigga, that's down the street.
That's
Like,
north.
why you just ain't say you stayed on the north? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So,
okay,
like,
okay.
even his father talked to Snoop about this a million times, too. Like,
Okay.
he's like, and he said, he always tell me, like, he appreciated that song because, like, you know, he come from an era where they was clashing, like, with everybody on the north side.
When he say appreciate the songs about North.
Yeah,
Okay.
because, like, he said it was a point in time when niggas was clashing with the north, like, north and east didn't get along. And to this day, it's still kind of iffy.
Right.
But, yeah, man, I just feel like, and I didn't want to put it out because it was too burnt out. I felt like it was too real. Based on what was going on at the time, you feel me? Like it was. If you like really listen to that song, I was doing some stupid shit. I shouldn't have said a lot of shit in that song. It is what it is. But yeah, man, that's my only platinum plaque. So I ain't mad at it.
Nah, I ain't mad at it. Make some noise for that, goddammit. So for people that didn't know, basically you're saying is there's an east side of Long Beach, but then there's a north side of Long Beach that gets overlooked a lot of the times because people go and they join the east side gangs.
And in the west, Long Beach got a west side too. There's some real dudes from over there. Like, but it's like the thing about Long Beach is, I understand it because when you grow up with those racial ramifications, like it's a lot of racial tension in Long Beach. So it's like if you
besides just black and Mexican.
Okay, so Asians and Mexicans
that's why they got Asians and Indians out there.
So the Asians and Mexicans have a really, really, really bad clash. Like it's probably worse than it's because they live closer to each other.
Wait, Asians and Mexicans? You
yeah,
said?
they got a really bad thing.
They worse than the blacks and the Mexicans?
It's probably equal, to be honest.
Okay.
If not, only reason I say worse because they're in closer proximity, so more things can happen.
And it's still bad right now.
Yeah, to this day.
And when we say Asians, we're including
Southeast Asians, Cambodians, Laotians. You know, a lot. It's like mostly Southeast Asians, Cambodians, Laotians. You know, shit like that.
You know, that's what's crazy about Long Beach. Long Beach reminds me of Queens. They have so many different races.
Samoans too.
Yeah, Samoans. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
Aren't Samoans historically blood?
Nah.
No, I don't know why. I think Booyah Tribe. I think automatically.
Well, I mean,
they used to have red in their shit.
No, they was Bloods. No,
they were blood.
Yeah, I mean, in Carson.
That's how I think automatically Samoans.
Yeah, in Carson, all the Samoans is Bloods for the most part, but in Compton and Long Beach, all the Samoans is Crips.
Yeah.
All the Samoans in Long Beach from SOS or Park Village in Compton. That's basically yeah. Now, it just depends on where you at. You feel me? Like the thing about the Crip and Blood shit, it's already established. Like if you live over here, niggas don't get to pick really. You know what I mean? When you a kid, if you really aware of your surroundings, you kind of already know what side of the fence you fall on where you live at. Your family, shit like that.
Was it ever crazy, like, to see somebody come to your neighborhood with all red on, or some of the homies had on all red?
I had homies with red hair. In Long Beach, it ain't it's Crip gangs that wear red is like a secondary type thing when I was growing up. Now, the older people wasn't feeling it, but we was young, we was doing whatever we wanted. Like, you can't, it's Long Beach, like, everybody's a Crip, so ain't nobody wearing blue. That's not enough, that's not differentiating enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I was kind of past the color thing. Like, that's more of a LA thing. Okay. Like, because every city got its own politics. You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened in LA, what happened in Compton, and what happened in Long Beach is all different. What happened in Carson is different. Gardena, everybody got different politics.
So now, every time I see you with a hat, it's only one hat. It's a goddamn Yankee hat. All right?
And we learned about that recently.
And then so I wore my 2 Yankee chains. I got 3 out. I couldn't find my other one. But and when I did the research, they said that you're a fan of Derek Jeter.
Oh yeah, I love baseball, man.
You're a fan of Yogi Berra and Darryl Strawberry.
Yeah, look, man, you got to know what to tell the police when they pull you over and start checking your clothes. The police used to ask us to name players on the team.
Oh, okay. Let me. All right, okay. Again, this is an East Coast. Super green. That's what they say.
But we were talking about this recently on Drink Champs.
About how
specifically New York Yankees hat.
Is that a gang hat?
I mean, everybody pick their own hat. It's a gang of hoods that wear that hat.
Okay.
Like, we wear that hat, Nutty Block wear that hat, Asian boys, Exotic Family wear that hat, Schoolyard wear that hat, the neighborhoods wear that hat.
Neighborhoods, 60 and up.
NHP wear that hat sometimes. A lot of people wear it. It's only so many hats, so niggas kind of got to share hats. Essentially.
Right. Okay.
It just depends on what neighborhood you in.
Oh, so you said you had to know the police to tell you. So if a police pull you over and they say, why you have that hat on, and you name somebody from the actual sports team, they're lenient on you?
Well, I mean, when we was kids, so we ain't even driving yet, so they just be like, oh, what's that mean? You know, when you outside, the police, when you a kid, the police do whatever the fuck they want to you.
But they identify that this hat, you ain't from no New York.
Bro, the police know everything.
Right.
Niggas be telling on themselves all day. It's 5 snitches that nobody know about at all time. It's 5 secret snitch secretaries that's telling the police everything that's going on.
Right.
I grew up with MySpace.
Right.
Niggas been telling on themselves my whole life.
True.
So the police know everything that's going on. They not stupid.
Let's go back to the subject. Let me actually remind me to go back to the subject, Yogi Berra and the New York hat. But let me just ask you, right now they say they got Pooh Shiesty, right? Mm-hmm. And they said that, and I'm just being honest. I just want everyone to be honest. The person that they allegedly said that he shot took back his story, recanted his story, or whatever that word is, right? So then they said about Pooh Shiesty that they linked the money that he actually threw in the air to the money that was found where the people got shot. There's no way they could do that, bro.
They can do whatever they want.
What I mean is they're making that shit the fuck up.
Of course.
Because they know we ain't gonna challenge that shit. Like, I'm sorry, listen, and I don't want no problems with the feds, but listen, one thing I noticed that when the feds came and got me for whatever, they actually didn't know shit. They were sitting there and they were fishing with me. And when I wasn't saying nothing, they got me the fuck up out of there and they got someone else in there. So what I'm trying to say is most of the time, they don't know shit. But what it is they'll present something that seems like let me just, what they're saying is they found $1 out of $1,000 that he threw. They found $1.
No, of course, but what I'm talking about is different because I'm talking about you standing inside an apartment building that got graffiti on the wall, wearing a specific hat, and we know your Instagram.
Exactly.
It's that now.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So when I was younger, it was the police kind of knew who was who. They knew certain people. So if I know him and you with him, now you like him. You get what I'm saying? So you can kind of, I was able to wiggle out of certain. If that happened now, it's over. But I ain't even gonna lie to him.
Right.
But you kind of can wiggle yourself out of certain. We have gang file. We got certain shit like that. I'll take off your shirt. Let's take pictures of your tattoos. Like they were doing that to niggas when they was minors. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, give me your hat here. Take a picture. And
so I see that in movies. I see that in movies.
Yeah, the gang units. You didn't have those they had them in Miami.
Oh yeah, I'm fuck with New York.
I'm saying you didn't have those in New York?
Zulu Nation and 5%.
Nah, man, y'all have that in New York. For sure you have it in New York.
We had righteous gangs, bro.
In a sense, that's what the hip-hop police was, gang unit.
And that's one thing that people got to realize, like, you know, no matter what you're doing, I think it's important, like, speaking on the Pooh Shiesty thing, it's important to say, with him and Young Boy and the shit that keep happening, you got to understand, as an artist, and you especially being young, you have so much more of your life ahead of you, even if this rap shit only lasts for 4 years, 5 years, you have, you know, real possibilities of economic growth and, like, stabilization and shit within your community, your friend group, and your family, and you got to be mindful of that, because every single thing that you do, bro, I got arrested once. And the dude, I was in a car. They left me in the car. It was hot as hell too. They left me in the car and started playing my music videos on the cell phone, on this shit. But still acting like they didn't know who I was.
Who, the police?
Yeah, playing my music videos on the shit. Blah blah blah. He posted my bail, and they didn't take they said my DNA wasn't assist. They was basically saying I wasn't in jail. And the crazy thing about it is like,
with you?
Huh?
They wanted to hang with you?
And
but it's like, it was to the point
at this time.
It's like, but I wasn't big. But it's like I got arrested at home, so it was different. But it really made me. It fucked me up when I was like, so you know, you try to wiggle and try to get to, you know, I'm trying to figure out a way to get an OR. So I'm trying to play cool with niggas and like trying to figure certain shit out. So I'm like, hey, excuse me, I'm trying to use the phone, blah, blah, because I still this day, I at this moment, I didn't know if they knew where I was at. So I'm just calling, blah, blah. And then he said, oh, I know who you are. Whoop-de, whoop-de, whoop-de. I'm like, yeah, I'm supposed to be getting bailed out. You know, I'm just talking to him. He's like, all right, so, you know, you went in the back and then they put you on your shit. You go to the two-mans, whatever. So he pulled me back out. He said, yeah, you're not in the system at all, blah, blah, blah. And I had a festival that weekend, one of my first festivals. So I thought about it like, damn. It's not a coincidence that happened and you asking me who killed these niggas way over here and my address ain't Long Beach. You asked me what happened to a nigga in LA. You know what I'm saying? And then when I go to the fucking thing, y'all saying that y'all don't have my DNA in the system when you just did it. And I've been bailed out fucking 20 hours ago and I don't know it. After that, I was like, I gotta be more mindful. Like, I had a judge tell the DA, well, we can't charge him with this and we can't do this and we can't do that. And the DA is fighting for like little shit. And it's like, you gotta understand, I don't know what it is, but when you kind of have certain level of success, things is gonna change for you and people's gonna come for you. So, you know, we just gotta do a better job at letting everybody know their importance. If you know you're important and you're important in your community, important in your people, and you can really change everything on a small level, you know, if you're a rapper and you get $100,000, then that's not a lot based on what rappers say, but that's a lot in the real world. You can change a lot for your people. So, you know, you gotta be smarter.
You know, I came from an era where we was dickheads, but the record labels really did have our backs at that time. Like, I don't remember a rapper ever staying in jail more than 5 days. Like, I don't give a fuck if it was for murder. I don't give a fuck, like, you know, God bless, because this is, you know, this is not bigging them up, but this is also just pointing out the facts. You know, from, you know, our brother right here looking at DMX. I don't remember DMX like when Leo Combs and Kevin Liles and Julie Greenwald and Mike Kaiser and all of them were together. I remember Leo Combs bailed me out one time and gave me 15 grand over. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, he was like, here, take it. And I was
crazy.
Like, I was like, why? He was like, I'm charging you for it anyway. I thought it was 30 grand.
He was like,
I thought the bail was 30 grand. It was only 15. What you want me to do? You want me to take it back? I was like, no, give me the 15 grand back, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm trying to say. It was they had a retainer on standby.
That's the crazy
for
shit I
bail. This is real shit. I'm not making this up. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they moved on to bigger and better. But I'm just telling you.
And this nigga gave you the money.
Because
it was on your budget.
It was on my budget.
Yeah. They was putting bails on budget.
Like, they had bail. Like I know it's fucked up to say.
Some other shit that was on your budget.
yeah. But like, they would sign you and say, okay, eventually we think he's gonna catch a case. So let's put 50 grand to the side for him. Let's put 30 grand to the side for him. DMX had probably 500,000 to the side, bro. Like, that's serious. Like, that's serious. And
I don't know if that's good or bad.
That's just crazy. I ain't never heard of
Yeah. If you had 4 or 5 felonies are still on the street, like, listen, and listen, this is not the days. There's no snitching is going on. Nothing.
That's
It's record
crazy.
labels had an understanding what the police saying. Yo, we're gonna pay to get our people out. And
that's crazy.
When I look at, because I know Gucci Man, because I know Pooh Shiesty is signed to Gucci Man, so I know Gucci Man got it. I'm not saying financially, but what it is sometimes you need that complexion for the white complexion for the connection. You understand what I'm saying? And when we doing things like that, that's why I was always scared, you know, to sign to a Murder Inc. or a Death Row, because the face of the company just wasn't accepted in the courts.
You almost Suge Knight in your case.
Like, put it like this: Leon come, Suge Knight's coming. They're gonna take Leon's money, man. I mean, it's just what it is. Not now. Take Leon out, because I know people saying, "Oh, that's the white guy." Take Leon out. Take Leon out. Put Kevin Liles in there. Put a Kadar. Put a Mark Pitts or something like that. Right. It would be the same exact thing. Suge's reputation supersedes him, so they'll go with the lesser of evil or lesser powers. But what I'm trying to say is, record labels back then, like when I'm looking at, you said NBA YoungBoy, that's another one.
He fighting the case right now.
He's fighting the case right now. I think even I keep hearing about Little Dirk name keep popping up. And what I'm saying is, I'm not glorifying this, but back then these cases will disappear.
But also, I think what you're saying is,
and we didn't have Instagram.
Yeah, but also what you're saying is that the labels is more aware of who these artists was, and I think a lot of that come to self-awareness. Because at a point in time, like I was saying, that the labels we don't know what's going on with them because the world is changing so much. They might be struggling. Right. But a lot of these dudes, like, we need self-awareness, like within these artists. Like, they need to know how important they is, bro. I go to my neighborhood, bro. I swear to God, you hear 100 NBA YoungBoy songs back to back, and then you hear 100 Lil Durk songs back to back. You know what I mean? Like these people is real significant, important people in our culture. You know, everybody had their struggles, but also listen to these songs, listen to what these people come from. Right. We can't expect everybody to be ready to fly straight right away. You know what I'm saying? So
no, real talk.
You gotta be patient with those.
Another perspective you might have to look at is maybe it's not that they had your back, is that the investment was so important for them.
We had bigger budgets.
That they needed to get you out because it was worth a lot of money for them.
Yeah, we had bigger budgets.
So it's not so much necessarily they had your back.
Like, Busta got arrested like 7 times.
Gave you the rest of the bail money.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's wild.
Listen, I'm not gonna say it was a better time because I don't want to be the old dude. You know, back in the days, you know when a dime bag was a dime. I don't want to be that guy. But what I'm trying to tell you is, you know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to tell you is, I felt a lot better back then because although they might have not gave a shit about us just as they don't give a fuck about us now, at least they
pretended?
I don't want to say pretended. At least it felt like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would go to certain CEOs' houses and things like that. And it's not to, like, you know, praise it, but, you know, for a kid coming from the ghetto, you move out of the ghetto, you go get your version of what you think is wealth. And then this record label comes and says, hey, listen, let me show you what I think is wealth. You know what I'm saying? And for some people, it's motivation. You know, like, I don't look at, you know, I don't know if you guys see, but Jay-Z just went to this Hampton party, right? It's all white Hampton party. And if you look at this, Jay-Z is showing his watch in every one of the pictures. I don't care what pose it is. He's like this. Look at the picture when I FaceTimed him. He's not digging up his nose. He's like this, y'all. You see that $3 million piece? So I'm saying you don't never grow out of, you know, the hood shit. You don't. The man has everything. The most beautiful wife in the world, and he went to the Hamptons. And who the star was of the Hamptons? His $3 million watch. You know what I'm saying? Look at, go Google this shit. We're gonna Google it right now. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck. You would catch him from either angle. I'm talking about he's like this.
Yeah, you gonna see that shit. He spent too much money. Yeah, you gonna see that shit.
And it's like he got everything in the world, but we don't grow. We don't get out of certain things, and we're still these people. So you know, I don't even know how I got there, but you know, it's an ill situation. Now when you go to Google it and you go look at it, you're gonna see. So I don't know why I got there. What were we talking about?
But back to your original point. It's not the.
And I'm not even drunk. I'm gonna be sober champs.
It's not the equivalent, but I kind of know what you mean because when I was doing street team shit, Mark Echo, he was working the Echo account.
Yeah, I got locked up. He came and got you.
He flew us out to Jersey. We had his headquarters. We had a meeting with him, which we wasn't never having meetings with the CEO of any company we work with. And then he brought in the lawyer afterwards because they make you sign a release saying that if you get caught doing promo shit, you don't work for the company. Then we signed it. Then the lawyer comes in and he goes, "This is the lawyer. He's gonna talk to you guys. If any of your team gets caught, it's on us. We're gonna get you out. Here's the lawyer's card. Boom." And I was like, "Man, this is different." And so I kind of get what you're talking about.
I'm telling you, we were a little bit more mafia structured back then. Right now, we're
I mean, I get what you're saying because at that point in time, I guess hip hop wasn't necessarily commercial, so some street shit, even though it was getting commercial. So it was kind of operated in the world that it
like he was the first real commercial guy, like that wasn't trying to be commercial. Like that dude never changed. Like that dude was as pure as.
But I mean, would you call it commercial though? Ain't shit commercial about DMX.
Nothing commercial about DMX.
The fact that it went commercial.
But it went. It does.
But see, but it's the thing. This thing.
I love this discussion. By the way, I love this discussion.
That's not commercial. That's just success. A lot of the times. So you know, whenever a motherfucker gets success, you get a certain level of success. You can't. You got to switch your roles. It's not. Oh, I'm a real nigga getting some money. It's like now you. Commercial because of the height you know what I'm saying?
But records will make you turn commercial. Like, Oye Mi Cando was bigger than me. My Spanish record, no,
but that's still not commercial. That shit wasn't in fucking commercial. English. How is some shit commercial and it's not in English and you put it out in the United States? That don't make no sense.
Now, in the Latin world, it was kind of commercial, but I know what he's saying.
Fully commercial.
It's just how you define commercial.
I'm not arguing. I'm not debating him. But I'm saying is. Like
I know what you niggas was saying.
Like to me, Little Kim records supersede kind of who Little Kim. Excuse me. Let me say that it's the opposite way. People more or less know who Little Kim is than they know her records. You know what I'm saying? Because they identify with her. Her image is so big, that I think she supersedes her records.
That's brand though. That's when you become a brand.
Okay, I agree with that. That's
beyond your records. That's just you as a brand now.
I mean, everybody gets to the point to where they bigger than their records, though.
Right. No.
If you get to that certain height, you got to be bigger than your records.
No, I'm not. I never got to I was bigger than the record. Like Pitbull. Pitbull's a good guy who I see serve a balance. And I see you got love for Pitbull. I see you watch Pitbull and J-Lo tour or something like that.
You watched the Pitbull show, the episode he did with us?
Oh, yeah, I see some of it.
So, but Pitbull was a person I feel like who did a perfect. Like he became Mr. Worldwide.
That nigga keep a suit on.
Keep a suit on. He never sweats for some reason.
He didn't start like that though.
Well, he's a sweat before.
No, I'm talking about the suits.
Oh, the suits.
Oh, not at all. Yeah. He out on the capris.
Oh, let me tell you something.
We taking over.
Let me tell you something. You know what I was gonna say? Him and
that nigga Pitbull look like he had the blower on him, nigga. On beach.
Yeah, him and Pitbull almost had a fight. It was the most hilarious shit in the world. I was caught in some Cuban Miami shit. I was like in the middle.
No, we damn near went to blows. I mean, we talked about it already.
I was in the middle and I was like, and I don't know what he was mad, because you know, two Cuban guys mad is the most hilarious shit you can see in the world. I don't care what you say. Like when they were going at each other, and they get red, and I'm gonna tell you, the only thing that's more entertaining than two Cuban guys going at it is if a Crip is mad at you. When a Crip person
mad at you,
Corrupt one day. Corrupt was like,
Corrupt is different though. Corrupt is crazy.
No, that's my bad. Listen, Corrupt was like, cause on 60s every third was cuz on 60. And I was just like, and I forgot, like, listen, we done squashed it, and it was all good, but I was like, can you still say what you were saying? Like, it's an art. And a down south dude. When a down south dude and start beefing, those are the 3 best things. So,
why y'all never talk about Corrupt being like one of the best rappers?
He is.
I do.
I
do.
This is crazy. You noticed that, right?
Yeah.
And let me ask you a question. So you say you stayed in Southgate?
I lived in Southgate, yeah.
Were you young?
Yeah, I was a kid. My family's in Downey now.
Did you have to grow up like convincing people, not convincing, but explaining to people that you're not Mexican?
Yeah. Actually, that's the only thing I really remember. The Mexican kids didn't like me.
Because you weren't Mexican and you wouldn't say you was Mexican.
And I didn't know what I was, because Cuban, I was a little kid.
Mexicans didn't like you?
No, because I was like, they were like, are you Mexican? And I knew I wasn't, but I didn't know what Cuban was.
You didn't answer orderly. You didn't say orderly.
No, I was like, I'm Cuban, yo. And they're like, what the fuck is that? My cousin who was older had to come out, get in the fight for me.
Yeah, that get rough.
Yeah.
What you answered when you said that? What's the Cuban shit? What's the Cuban shit y'all say?
No, what?
What did
I wasn't talking. Brother, I was growing up in LA. I wasn't talking like a Cuban.
They said orderly. He said, "Came on live." Hey, get this guy.
Look, you know what I'm saying? Like in LA County, really, it's like you Mexican or like El Salvadorian.
Right.
And the other, I didn't really know about the other stuff. So like, so I was just curious growing up.
Yeah, no. Now there's Cubans in Downey. Downey's hella Cubans in there. Yeah. That's where my family is now. And my family lived in Inglewood as well.
How about MS-13?
No, okay, what about it? What do you want to tell you?
They El Salvadorian.
They El Salvadorian, right?
I mean, it's a lot of people. It's a hood. They not checking like blood samples.
Yo, when I was a kid,
COVID tested.
Yeah, I was a kid
to see who you is.
But you know,
I know a black nigga from MS-13. Cool dude. Yeah, cool dude. It's my dog.
Let's make some noise for the black nigga in MS-13. I ain't gonna lie. When I was a kid, I was locked up with people from MS-13. And when I was telling people, yo, this gang is crazy, not knowing that they're crazy, never seen this dude operate, never seen him, I just looked at his pictures and I was like, these niggas is crazy. Like, that's all. They didn't have to prove nothing to me. Like, I didn't have to go on Instagram and DM or nothing. But, and now to see, MS-13 it's crazy, bro. But you know, that's how you know LA, Los Angeles, California gangs are crazy. You know that started from 18th Street.
No. See,
okay,
that's not what happened.
Okay,
don't say a gangbang.
That's what I heard. No, listen.
Come on.
Okay, this is what I heard. I watched this on Gangland. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, man.
But no, but just so you know, it's like 10 different MS-13 hoods, like at minimum, right?
Oh no, I didn't know.
So every one of them started different. They got MS-13 in Koreatown. It's one MacArthur Park. It's like five hoods over there. So
I saw a documentary about MacArthur Park. That's where they get high at. Right? I mean,
you saw mad documentaries about mad things.
Where are you watching these documentaries at?
That's where they get high at, man.
Man, that's where Carlton got shot on The Fresh Prince.
Oh, really?
Yeah, aired him out. You remember? No, wait, Will got shot.
Really?
Yeah, they tried to shoot Carlton, and Will had to hop in front of the bullet. Carlton had the blower, but he pump faked, so Will got shot.
Yeah, Carlton ain't plugging them out.
Yeah, but then Carlton came back to the hospital with the blower, like, man, I'm gonna handle this.
What?
And then Will took the blower from him. It's like, nigga, why you got the blower in the hospital? Nigga? Like, you going to jail?
This is what impresses me, and we gonna go back to MacArthur Park. Like, you know your history. Like, you really...
It's Fresh Prince, that ain't really history.
Yeah. Nah, that's history. Fuck that. I'm giving me...
The way you said it sounded mad historical.
Yeah, I felt like that should happen in real life.
I fuck with Will Smith, man. Shout out Will Smith and his kids, man. I fuck with the kids
because,
too.
like, even... Like I want to go back to the Yankee thing. Even knowing Yogi Berra, like, at your age, like... Was that someone that passed down to you?
Oh, nah. The GQ just asked me what's the significance of the Yankee, and I'm not giving the white people the secrets. So I just started naming people that I know play for the Yankees.
Okay, and you said Derek Jeter.
Yeah, man, I fuck with Derek Jeter, though. Derek Jeter was nice.
Yeah, I met him the
That's
other
your homie
day.
now.
Yeah.
We won a T-ball championship at Cherry Park when Derek Jeter was popping.
Wow.
Yeah, we used to play, and then we fought.
And Cherry Park is where?
It's in Long Beach, on the north, right by the cemetery.
Okay, and now I assumed you also named Daryl Strawberry because you like cocaine stories.
No. Dale Strawberry brother like a real crib. Like a real nigga.
Holy shit.
His brother a real nigga. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna speak with Dale Strawberry, but they family is some real niggas. It's hilarious.
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Come on, that's my mind. In my mind, I saw a Daryl Strawberry cop. In my mind, this is allegedly now. You know what I'm saying?
His brother, they you know when the old niggas shake your hand and they just real aggressive with it. Like, it's that kind of family.
But not sweaty palm shake.
Nah,
I mean,
I mean.
I don't like sweaty Sweaty palms is not good, man. I don't like sweaty palms. Okay, I got more notes, goddammit. I got more notes, man. Okay, hold on, because no one's going to take a shot. So, I mean, E, if you want to buy... You can take a shot.
Take a shot.
Let's take a shot. Let's take a motherfucking shot.
All right, listen, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do a new game. It's called Quick Time with Slime. Same game, right? But we want you to pick out who you want to take a shot for you. You can pick out any one of these guys right here.
The Haitian or the Peruvian?
Yeah. That was a great choice. Great choice. All right. So
we're gonna make it work.
So it's Quick Time with Slime. All right, you could pick one or the other, no problem.
Or neither is the same thing.
Neither is he take a shot. Both he take a shot. All right, I'll take a shot of green juice. All right. Nas or Jay-Z?
What we have? Music?
Yeah, music. Whatever you want.
Whatever it is to you.
Both. You're gonna have to drink that.
Yeah, that's good.
I like that music.
No. We pouring you a shot.
Oh, you giving us some Douce?
The finest spirits in the world.
I think we should let Vince pour your shot, though.
And we got shout out organic
Did
fruit
y'all
cakes,
drink
man.
that Scottie Pippen?
He sent it to me. I didn't actually drink it yet. No, did we drink? No.
You drunk that Scottie Pippen?
Was that?
I didn't drink
That
it.
was from organic
You drunk
food
the
cakes.
Scottie
The green juice. The green juice organic
Yeah,
food
the
cake.
green juice is from Organic Food
At
Kings.
Organic Food
I'm taking
Kings.
it,
Check
that's
them
right.
out.
That's right. And my strawberry
why they beefing?
daiquiri.
Hey, you think that's why they beefing?
No, because Scotty got scotch, I think.
Scotty and Jordan beefing
And Jordan got tequila.
I mean,
But Jordan shit is good. Jordan shit is top shelf. That's Jordan shit right there.
I drank that shit the other day.
Yeah, it's top shelf. Yeah, Jordan shit is ill. I'm not into
That
tequila.
shit looked like a trophy.
But all right, let's finish. Let's keep it going. Did you take? We should have let him pour your shot.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, Kendrick or Cole?
Kendrick.
Okay, then that was fast.
That's the homie, you know.
Okay, DMX or Tupac?
DMX.
Okay, wow. West Coast, man. Are you sure?
Tupac from New York. Why you think you saying
All
this?
right,
That
we're going
nigga-
back to that.
Baltimore.
We're going to go back to that.
I mean, he is from New York.
Yeah, but
There's
no, I
nothing
love
wrong
his
with it.
history of it, just knowing his history and being upfront with it. Kanye or Pharrell? Take a shot?
For real.
Okay, I'll respect that. Tyler or Earl?
Rapping?
Anything.
It depends because they not close in no way.
Okay.
You gotta specify it, folks.
Okay.
Who you rather hang with?
Oh, Tebe, Earl all day. I'm not hanging out with Tyler. That nigga got too much energy. Way too much energy.
Okay. Ice Cube or Ice T? I didn't expect
Ice Cube.
that. Okay. Respect or loyalty?
Oh, respect.
NWA or our Future?
NWA.
Biggie or Big L?
Biggie.
Podcast or radio?
Podcast.
Dre or DJ Quick?
DJ Quick.
Shocking me with some of these.
What are you talking about?
I know this answer as well. Long Beach or ATL?
Long Beach.
Pusha or Kiss?
Oh, Jadakiss.
Sweet Kiss?
Yeah.
Cardi or Nicki Minaj?
I like Lil Kim, bro.
I respect that. That answer is accepted. Kim or Foxy? Yeah, that's a shot. That's a shot. Hold on, yeah.
That's a shot.
Yeah, that's a
I
shot.
even drink a shot.
All right. First of all, is that a
That's
leftover
kind
shot?
of a both. Yeah, that's kind of a both. Because Cardi
That
and
is
Nicki
both.
is like...
Oh, Cardi and Nicki's a both? He said another one.
I never listened to their music, but like they seem cool. Like, you feel me? I would,
Okay.
I would like go to the house and get some macaroni and cheese, salad, some shit like that.
Okay, so Kim or Foxy?
Oh, Kim.
Okay. Major or independent?
Independent.
Alchemist or No ID?
Ow.
Late 90s or early 2000s?
What you asking
No.
though?
Era, hip hop.
It would be early 90s, not late 90s really.
Okay. Early 90s? Okay. Lakers
When
or
Doggy Style come out?
Okay.
93, 94?
92.
What?
Doggy Style.
92, 93?
And when 36 Chambers
94, you
come
say?
36 Chambers is 92.
Oh, no, 94. Doggy Style's 94, because 93,
out?
the Chronic came out.
And Quick is the name is 1992, right? Or 1993?
Quick?
Quick is the name, the second one. No, that's the one Saving Sound on it. Saving Sound, not Quick is the name.
I can't even remember, man.
Yeah.
And y'all, you niggas supposed to be hip hop.
Yeah, no.
Look, man.
What, you supposed to remember
listen.
years?
Yeah.
All this shit, we drink, man. This shit drunk facts over here.
The Lakers versus the Clippers.
Oh, Lakers.
Okay, Jordan or LeBron?
I'll go LeBron.
Okay. Ghostface or Raekwon?
Raekwon.
Yeah, go. Twitch on the side. Holy moly, hold on. I got more. Okay. So you said that black people most of the time take Xanax and lean because they hear it in the rap song.
The young niggas, for sure. The young niggas.
I agree with you.
Yeah. I feel like it's not even just Xanax. It's not even that. It's just music in general, bro. When I was younger, I didn't know what lean was.
Right.
Until
3 6
Carter 3.
Wow. I didn't know what lean was till I went on tour with 8 Ball and MJG.
And then, like, you think about still tipping and get throw and shit like that. I don't know. We didn't really, because California is different.
Wow.
It's different cultures everywhere. But that's what I'm saying. Music is an introductory point. Because it's the same thing with all these people, all these other fucking states. They can lie all they want. They didn't know what Crips and Bloods was really until it got really big in the music. Of course, a nigga gonna go to your city and set up. But that's not gonna have it be to where it is now. The music is the biggest, thing now. It changes everything, bro. Changes everything.
And the internet.
But
social media.
100%.
So why do you think that our folks is like that? Like, because why do you think they're so easily influenced?
Well, that's everybody like that. Everybody like that.
Right.
You gotta think about the spread of racism in places that don't have no black people. You know what I mean? It's because they was told that. When you look at it's just medium and mass consumption of certain shit. What you consume is who you are. You know what I mean? If you think about what you eat, what you drink, and things of that nature, you are what you consume. So essentially, that's everybody. It's not just black people.
You seen Dick Gregory documentary?
I ain't seen it. No, I ain't seen it.
You seen it?
No.
But everyone is aware of Dick Gregory.
Absolutely,
right? What I didn't know is all I knew was he's a funny guy. I did not know he went on a fast for 2 years. I did not know
he was a hell of an activist.
He ran cross country. Like you know was he fasted for 2 years. Yeah.
With just water?
He was juicing. He was juicing. He and then he ran from like New York to Baltimore, and then he did like in real life. Like this is not Forrest Gump. And then he found out a white dude who had orchestrated a run from New York to California. So he asked the dude to do and he did it. So he ran 50. What's 2 marathons? 26 plus 20. 20. So he did about 58 miles a day. Yeah, it was crazy. I watched the documentary last night. I didn't know why, but I was like, yo, this is some different shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And what I'm trying to tell you is, I'll be 44 this year, I knew none of that. Like, I knew he was for us blacks. I didn't know how much he was for. And he was fighting world hunger. So he said, he didn't eat. So when people asked him, why you didn't eat? He said, because there's people in this world that's starving. And he said that's how he didn't have a Twitter, he didn't have an Instagram, so that's how he was spreading the word.
He's an ill individual.
So that shit fucked me up to a certain extent. So I was wondering, like, did you get to hear Dick Gregory's plots and things like that, or?
I'm familiar with Dick Gregory, but I did not see that documentary. I didn't know about some of the stuff you just said. But I think I think that's that's honorable in a sense. You gotta like be about the shit you say. You know what I mean? You gotta kind of live with your actions and. We should get to a place where that works. Usually it's like we care when a nigga live what they saying. If it's some negative stuff, we gotta care about it on a positive end too, and just make sure that everybody is, you gotta try to help. You can only put so much, bad in your life. Why not try to do some good shit?
Right. So when did we seeing you on a big screen? What is happening?
Shit, man, I'm trying to. Excuse me, I'm trying to write these shows out. I got the show.
Your own show?
Yeah, I got the Instagram show shit coming through Netflix. Hopefully, if we can pan it out. And I got this movie called Dead Ass that we trying to get picked up. We kind of the stuff. I do auditions and stuff like that, but I try to make
Dead Ass is some New York shit. That's our slang. Dead Ass.
Didn't I tell them that? I'm so happy you said that. Look. I want to change the name of the movie so bad.
Did I just help him? I just helped his case? Yeah, okay.
I need that separate.
No offense to New York, right? Of course.
No. But what I'm saying is, I was like, you can't name a movie this if it ain't gonna be out there.
Right.
But yeah, say and I can say N.O.R.E.
So what is the movie about? What is the movie about? Dead Ass.
I can't tell you right now. I can't tell you right now. But
Dead Ass ain't gonna tell you right now.
Nah, let me just tell you something. Your personality is one of the most phenomenal personalities I've ever seen. Like, I wanted to study you. And not only that, you're a very, very smart individual. I don't think there's anybody that we can compare you to that came before you. And I don't think there's anybody that we're going to be able to compare to you after. You're a very different individual. Like, I love the way you thought. You see how he's breaking it down? It brings me to a question. Did you ever have artist development, or this is something that you developed on your own?
I don't have nothing.
Wow.
I ain't never been put in no producer sessions.
Wow.
I ain't never been put in no writing camps.
Right.
I ain't never have no real A&R work done. Mike Chavez did what he could at that point in time. It's all about access.
Right.
So, of course everybody cares, but I ain't never had, you feel me? People, Twitter, blah, blah, and this and that, like social media stuff. This ain't nothing that was, that's just, I had to figure something out because, you know, we ain't had the biggest budgets and we ain't had certain touring things. If, you know, just trying to find cool ways to promote shit, you know, I'm a regular nigga, so I ain't never try to be, you know, a superstar. Oh, you should do this, you should do this, you should do that. I ain't never, it just happened, you feel me? Right. And that's why it's funny, when I was younger, I heard Charlamagne say it once, and I heard Ebro say it once, and I'm paraphrasing, but one of them was like, you know, when Vince, I think Charlamagne was the one that said Vince's personality is bigger than music. I think Ebro or somebody else. It was one of them other dudes said, one of them two specifically, I said, yeah, once Vince stops, changes switches from music and does something else, then he gonna do really, really good. And I didn't understand why they said it till I got older, because I didn't have a correct view of the world.
You almost thinking like they're trying to diss your music.
No,
right
not
now.
even that. I thought of it like this, like, you know, when you come from the shit, it's like, it's an opportunity, and you feel like you don't want to, you know, if this the hand that's pulling you up, you don't want to let it go. You feel me? You don't want to even try to look around. You just want to hold on
past it.
Exactly. Right. You just want to hold on to that hand and try to get up out the mud, basically. And I think I was like that for a long time. I was like, I can't do this because that's going to fuck with this. I can't do this because that's going to fuck with that. When in reality, all these other things was propelling it. So, you know, just trying to make sure I can kind of diversify shit the most I can and just, you know, do the shit. People don't get these opportunities. I ain't never done nothing on TV ever. I ain't even no shows, none of that. Wow. And I got a show picked up from Netflix that me and the homie made up, and we didn't write nothing. Wow. We just went and filmed it. You know what I mean?
You seen, what's it called? Little Dicky?
I ain't seen it yet, but the homie right on that song. Shout out to, I was right at that show. Shout out to my homie Travis.
I seen season 1. I haven't got a chance to see season 2. But I say that to say, I see you doing something similar, like you being you.
Yeah, it's like, possible. Like that's what we working on. I'm gonna show you some shit, but that's what we working on. Is hopefully it pan out good. I think it's gonna be straight.
Like, put it like this: when I watched Lil Dicky, I didn't know what's the homie's real name. What's the artist? That's his name.
That's his name.
I'm thinking, what? Am I drunk now?
They'll let you know. So I went in with the intentions like, why would they give a new artist, you know, this platform? Like, I'm going in hating, like to a certain extent, like yo, like, all right, let me check. And I came out loving it. Like, where's season 2? Right. Like, you know what I mean? Because, again, I don't know this man's struggle. I don't know who he is. So I didn't know that, you know, they have the same type of struggles just because they might not be as poor as us, but their family is not supporting them.
It's emotional shit.
Yeah, like, like you said, emotional shit and all this crazy shit. Like, you know, being an artist, that's why I love DMX's statement when he said, yo, he stopped calling artists whack. And I asked him, I said, well, why would you stop calling artists whack? He said, because one artist feeds 16 different families. And I was just like, wow, like regardless of, just think about it, for artists works, at bare minimum, he's feeding at least 8 to 10 on his own team. Then he's helping out 6 to 7 to maybe even the whole record label. He like, shit, DMX saved the whole record label, you know what I mean? So, but getting back to that, when I seen the show, I was actually impressed, but I was more impressed that obviously I don't know this guy, I've never met him before, but he was portraying a life that I think that he lived.
Yeah, and it's important, but like you said, you never know somebody's entry point, so him doing that show, might have guarded. It's like, even like with Atlanta, with Donald Glover, like Atlanta, of course, Donald was already successful, but Atlanta opened him up to so many more people that probably wouldn't have been paying attention. So you just gotta be willing to take them risks, and like even shit like when you think about there in which I grew up, which is when y'all was all making music, y'all was taking risks. Y'all wasn't doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And it's important to be creative in that light and just, you know, try to do different shit, see how it pan out.
You also said one thing, I'm sorry, I'm bouncing around. You said you can't be a thug and broke. Even George Washington lived in Compton once?
Now this nigga, George Bush.
George Bush lived in Compton?
And Kevin Costner from Compton. You better, man, you
who? Kevin Costner? Oh, that's the bodyguard?
Kevin Costner from Compton.
The bodyguard? He was the bodyguard?
Yeah.
What era of Compton is he from?
He from Compton.
Yeah. And they got farms in Compton.
He lived in the mobs over there off.
Wow.
Yeah, like close to Bullets.
And who else? You said George Bush.
Yeah, George Bush didn't live in Compton.
I got that from him.
Got that from my mama.
Word.
Google it.
Okay, and
Compton was nice. That's where they was at. Compton was like Palm Springs, so the niggas went over there with them guns.
Wow.
Changed it all. They had to get up out of there.
You know what's crazy about it? And I know you know your history. You know what's crazy about the West Coast? When you say something's fucked up about the West Coast, you always have to blame the South. You know why? Sorry, South people. Sorry. Y'all went West thinking there was no racism. They was thinking because the South was really, really racist, and in order to go to the right, to up north, you had to have a little bit of money or have some family. So those that was from the South that didn't have a little bit of money would go to the East.
California had a train. If you say you weren't mobile, they had a train system, and they had infrastructure for warehouse jobs, Firestone
I don't think
factories.
it was trying to escape racism. Racism
Yes,
I don't think so necessarily. It was
It was for opportunities just based on the Jim Crow South. But a lot of the people that was organizing, like the LA police chiefs and people like that, they was getting from the Jim Crow South to try to kind of help redline the black communities and the Hispanic communities. Like if you think about how the freeways is built
and the railroads
and what downtown LA used to be in like 1890 and areas like that, Zusu riots and things of that nature, it's always been a big separation. And how what he's saying is the South kind of a lot of people came out not understanding what was going on. Like when you think about the building of Venice and how Venice was built, Abbot Kinney died, gave it to a black dude, so he built the Oakwood region for black and Hispanic people, and then they took it in the late 90s, you know what I mean? Because it was, he right in a sense, because it wasn't a lot of knowledge of what was going on in California, so when people came to California, they was kind of taken off guard by what happened.
And a lot of people, it was presented opportunities. There was, I think, before or something like that, it was a big car.
It was a Firestone factory.
Yeah, Firestone factory. Yeah, it was a big Firestone, and they were hiring brothers. So brothers was going out, and then you got to realize California's beautiful weather. So and they're in the South, in Atlanta, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, and all these places where they're still flying the Confederate flag. Right. So anywhere to people that don't got a Confederate flag seems like the promised land to us. And California and New York being one, but the craziest shit, when people say it all kind of come from the South, they're not kind of lying because all of our ancestors was out in the South at first. Yeah, exactly. That's where picking cotton was happening. It didn't happen in New York. It didn't happen in California. That shit happened in the South. You understand what I'm saying? We got deep today. I like that. But so we talk about George Bush Senior that lived in Compton.
Yeah, it was definitely not Junior.
Oh yeah, not Lil. He from Texas.
I'm like,
yeah, that's Big George.
That's why I was getting confused. I'm like, Junior?
1949. Wow, that's not far though. That's technically.
Is that where they started their oil business? Because these all the oil fields.
There's Cowboys. There's Cowboys in Compton.
Yeah, like
it's a documentary. I saw that documentary too.
Yeah, they still around.
I forgot his name, bro. He the Trap Kitchen put us on because we was out there filming for the Trap Kitchen. Yeah, the Blood and the Crip. Yeah. We was with both of them, and I believe, sorry to say it like this, they was getting some meat delivered, and I was like, sorry to say it like that, but pause. And I was like, where's that? They said that the homies come on the horses, and I was like, I'm thinking this is total slang. Oh, so I'm thinking I'm out of the loop. This is some LA slang. They coming on with the horses. So I said, N.O.R.E, don't ask what the horses is. Just be cool. You're in Compton. You're at the Trap Kitchen. And then the homie comes on a horse, and I'm like, nah, bro. And I would never in a million years, the only time I think I see a horse in New York City is a police officers on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can get you some land in Compton, get you a little,
really?
Shit, yeah.
Really?
You went to my auntie house when we trying to do Blue Suede? My aunt got like a football field in her backyard. Literally, wow. It's crazy. It's crazy.
So he said when shit get real, they do drive by on horses. I also thought that was a joke.
Yeah, he fucking with you. Them sheriffs gonna shoot that horse so goddamn fast. If
that horse gets shot, it's not happening.
Yeah, you ain't gonna make it on no horse in Compton.
Nah. I knew he was fucking with me with that part. But man, hold on, I got a couple more. Okay, hold on. All right, this one disturbed me because when I research you, you know your history, you know your past, but you sat down with Joe Budden and you told the whole crew you did not see New Jack City.
I still ain't seen New Jack City. It's on my list though. It's on my list. It's on my list.
What's
I got a
before
list.
your list? What's before New Jack City on your list? I just need to.
Shit. That's a good question. I would have to pull. I really got a list though.
Okay.
It's in my computer.
Saved by the Bell
It's
on there?
Nah.
Go ahead.
I mean, look, bro. Shit, when that come out?
Yeah, I don't even know, but it's just a classic. Like,
New Jack City is the late 80s.
South Central came out before my time. I saw it.
1990, 89, 90.
See, I don't. That's why I done seen everything else. I done seen all the other New York movies, but New Jack. I done seen Hoodlum, and I ain't seen
I
New
watched
Jack
Hoodlum
City.
yesterday. That's
No,
that's
you
funny
gotta watch
said
New
that.
Jack City.
91. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know how I ain't seen it
What?
because you hear references and stuff a lot, but I thought about what else. I'd never seen this movie before.
Yo, that's crazy.
And it's based on a true story, loosely.
Yes, it's based on a true story. It's based on a true story. Not everything
No,
accurate.
loosely.
Not everything accurate. The Carter really existed.
Yeah.
The Carter really existed. The Carter's still there. Carter is still spooky if you actually walk by that
It's
shit.
called The Carter?
I don't know, but was it called the Gram? Okay, I don't know if it was called the Carter, but it's still there. It's still in Harlem. It's still in Harlem. So what's your relationship with Pharrell?
I fuck with Pharrell. He done gave me some good advice. I only linked up with him like 3 or 4 times, but like Pharrell really important like in the Long Beach trajectory.
Wow.
Because you know, you gotta think what he was doing with Snoop and what he did with like with Ice Cream, like he was this dude named TK. Well, is this dude named Terry Kennedy? He was a skateboarder.
Yeah, Terry Kennedy.
Calvin Kennedy.
Yeah, and TK like
skateboarder.
TK like a real nigga. So like the fact that he picked him up and like
He from Long Beach too?
Yeah,
Oh,
He was on the
wow.
skate team, right?
Yeah,
The
Black
ice cream
Mike,
skate.
Black Mike passed though, and he was fucking with Terry, Lionel.
What they call him? Wild ass Terry or Compton ass Terry?
Compton
That
ass
was some
Terry.
TV shit though. That was some
Compton
Bam
Terry?
Margera, some
Oh,
white
okay.
folks shit.
Well, he really from Long Beach?
Yeah, he from Long Beach.
Okay,
Like
okay.
his whole family from Long Beach. But
Okay.
yeah, Pharrell came down there and like helped some real dudes. Cause Long Beach, skateboarding been big in Long Beach my whole life. Like,
Wow.
it ain't never been like just everybody do it type
Wow.
thing. But yeah, Pharrell got a really important place in a lot of our hearts. Like where I grew up, he's very important.
That's dope. No, so why, out of all the West Coast dudes, right, that I've ever heard, you know, with Tupac name come up, I think the only 2 people that I ever heard say Tupac from New York or Baltimore is you and Whack 100.
Well, it's not fair to take that out his story. You get what I'm saying? Like if you think about where he come from, his family, we can't talk about his mother being a Black Panther and all these other things and not think about where she was doing these things.
Right.
So how you gonna just pick the parts of the? You know, of course he not say from, but he supports and claims California certain things just same way corrupt claim Philadelphia and LA.
Right.
But if you act corrupt about, if they just took Philadelphia away from corrupt, I'm pretty sure he would be offended.
Right.
So when you think about Tupac being from Baltimore and from New York and Baltimore and Marin City, you feel me? And then hanging in Oakland, but really living in Marin City and helping being an important part of hip hop at that point. in
Marin
time.
City, that's in the Bay Area?
It's in the Bay.
Okay.
Taking away his digital underground era, which a lot of people don't mention a
You
lot.
get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I just don't like leaving nothing out because he ain't here to say what he wants us to leave out. So, you don't know what he was doing. You know, he was fucking with Jada Pinkett Smith or something like that out there. Like, that's clearly an important part of his life. You know what I'm saying?
Like Tupac is the only guy who has like a record about New York. When he's talking about Skelly, he's talking about, baggy jeans. He's talking about all the New York shit. And I believe him 1,000,000%. But then I also believe California Love.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to think. I think he was creating in real time. He one of the people that was creating these things in real time. That's why his music changed so much because he was changing. He was trying to find his footing in certain ways. So since he was finding his footing, I think it's important to show the whole. We always talk about telling the whole story, not telling the truth, and that's part of his story. And that's probably the reason that he created the way that he did. Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't no niggas out in Oakland or no niggas out in the country just hanging out trying to write poems like it was when he was hanging out. Because I feel like I've spent some time in New York, and it's like, I feel like creativity is more on the forefront out there than it is out here. Like if you even take something as simple as graffiti and simple our shit compared to y'all shit is completely different. Like,
but y'all shit is based on gang life.
But even when it's not even the people from California who are our bigger graffiti artists have roots in New York. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So I think
they have what in New York? I'm sorry.
They have roots in New York.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
okay.
So I think those are the important things to point out.
I think New York and Cali really complements each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like being from New York and having to, go through these winters and then having to go to California and to adapt to that. I think those two states, when you're from that, it really makes who you are. Like, if you could adapt to both environments. But the way Pac adapted was something totally different because like you said,
He made it home.
You said, they from the hood, or they from that set. Which when we say we only mean where we were born and what we rap. When you say a person is from, that's a gang that they actually join.
Exactly, yeah.
Because a person could be from Carson City, but if they on the Rolling 60s, they're from the Rolling 60s.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the way it works?
It's like so. Yeah, man. Like it's niggas that's from hoods that they ain't even grew up in. Like I know dudes who grew up in Long Beach with us, but they dads is from Compton, so they from their dad's neighborhood. You know what I mean?
So they Compton gangster.
Yeah, exactly. They from there. So it's like it's just a different dynamic. But I think they do complement each other well, and I feel like it's something that we kind of overlook. A lot of the time when you think about Ice Cube's connections with his work project, like that. When you think about fucking LL Cool J going back to Cali, shouting out Vintage Showline Crib, like on the bridge of his hit single, like. It's certain things that it's some really good connectivity points. Because
it's like with Prodigy, I've been with Prodigy for a long time. It's inner Queens thing. Prodigy also always kind of admitted to him not being from Queensbridge, but admitted to him adapting it from Queensbridge. But the people that was really from his neighborhood never really kind of forgave him for that. Like it's like to the dying day. Is that something that you guys from LA take as serious?
Yeah, but
California.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's fine. So this is my thing though. Also, I feel like a lot of that comes from this conformity type thing. Like,
sorry to cut you off, because even me, when my first record came out was LA, and they kept saying the Queensbridge group. And like everyone from my neighborhood was like, why the fuck you keep letting them call you the Queensbridge group? Like I would have control over fucking Donnie Simpson or something.
That's what I'm saying. It's a marketing shit in the sense at the end of the day. Like when I put out shit, motherfuckers be like, oh, the Los Angeles rapper, Los Angeles. But it's like, and it used to bother me, but it's like, they don't know no difference. Like, bro, I done took a picture. I done been on like press shit. They be like, oh, you want to throw up like a W? I'm like, I will never do that shit in my life. It's like, oh, why? That means something different where I live at.
Oh,
you gotta, I can get mad, or I can just explain it a little bit. But I mean, it's a gang of niggas that's not, that's not telling 100% the truth, but you gotta think they trying to make their little money. So if it's not that they ashamed, probably for the most part, it's probably they trying to get in where they fit in, man. More power to them.
So how different would the record Straight Outta Compton be if Ice Cube said, they straight out of Compton.
And I'm not. That's gonna sound whoops. He gonna sound crazy, like, you know what I mean? It was all music. Like, Dr. Dre, we all know he's a musician. He wasn't no like super duper gangster. Like
I said Dr. Dre, I mean Ice Cube.
No, but I'm saying just in general, like, and Ice Cube wasn't from LA. Dr. Dre wasn't no gangster or whatever. Yellow was a cool dude. Yeah, but it's like, but that don't take away from what they created.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what they created stand the test of time and it changed the world. Who fucking cares? You know what I mean? They didn't hurt nobody.
Real talk. Real motherfucking talk, man. Let's make some noise for that. Hold on. I'm going to take a shot of, hold on.
Taking a shot?
No. Listen, man. Wait up. You're a fan of Bruce Springsteen?
Bro, I fuck with Thunder Road, bro. I be watching old 80s movies with white people and shit, bro. I like Back to the Future and shit like that.
I fuck with Back to the Future.
I fuck with Bruce Springsteen, man.
What else?
I like watching white people work hard. You know what I mean? Anytime white people gotta work for something, like, I support that. I don't like when white people doing good in movies. Like Ferris Bueller Day Off, like I hate shit like that.
Okay, yeah, he's playing hooky from school.
Yeah, like, man, fuck that nigga, bro.
Okay, let's think of another movie where white people
Ricky
working hard.
skipped school and he got shot in his back, bro. That's what I'm saying. Ferris Bueller, he stole the car, didn't go to jail or none of that. Come on, bro, that's not cool.
And didn't you say on one of your rhymes you shot somebody with the gun that Ricky shot?
Look, man, like I said, it was a lot of stuff in North Shore that I shouldn't have said.
Okay, all right,
and
cool.
if you offended, I'm sorry.
Okay, cool.
I didn't mean it, man.
I wasn't supposed to bring that up. My bad. But wow. Yo, so what other movies that white people struggle in? I want to watch these too.
Man, look, Blade Runner, they was doing bad.
Blade Runner?
The Matrix, they was eating porridge. Shit. The Purge, Hardball with Keanu Reeves. He got packed out in the bar.
Oh yeah, that's my shit with little baby.
Yeah, they
little baby
died. My nigga G Baby for me.
Yeah. City Soleil, the documentary.
Definitely not.
No, that white woman was fucking.
Oh, the white lady. No, she had it good.
No, that white lady had it good. She was getting trained. Yeah, she got trained by all the Haitian men.
Like Pretty Woman. That's not how that works. Like why is that a movie? That's not how that works.
It's white privilege.
It for sure is like.
Word. The hooker marries the guy, but she gets.
The hoe became a housewife.
Yeah,
that shit not cool, bro. Yeah. Like, I'm not with that.
Okay, I gotta watch more of these type of movies. movies.
In that perspective.
In that perspective, because
I'm just white people just getting away with shit the whole movie.
And you said you like Back to the Future or you don't like
I
it?
love Back to the Future.
Okay.
But Marty McFly got it out the mud, bro. You feel me? He had to go save the world.
You know what's I know I'm changing the subject a little bit. You don't remember when Dave Chappelle went back in time and to be the pimps?
Yeah,
and to play no, not to play. Remember they ripped the masters.
Yeah. They would go pimp.
I think that should be a whole movie. Like,
look, Dave
you know how brothers be like, if I was a slave, I wouldn't have been out there. Like, I want to put those brothers back in that time, and let's see how
they ass beat. Niggas would have got, bro.
Oh, shit.
Niggas not built for that slavery. Them niggas were strong back then, man.
Nah. You ever thought hip hop would make it this far?
I didn't see the beginning, and I think that's like, you gotta think my whole life ain't nothing been important but like rappers and R&B.
And it was already there.
Like I didn't really know what pop music was. I'm not exaggerating. When I grew up, I didn't know what NSYNC was.
Right.
I didn't know what Backstreet Boys. I don't know no Britney Spears. None of that shit meant nothing to me. The biggest it's like
Menudo.
No, I don't know none of that shit. None of that shit. It's like you got Beyonce. You got Beyonce. You got Charles. You got fucking. It was just. Even down to like fucking, I grew up like when fucking Flavor of Love was on TV. I ain't never seen The Real World. I was on my family black as fuck. Like we don't even know the black shit. So I don't know nothing outside of hip hop culture. But when you think about how resilient black people is and how resilient like people from these communities are in general, like even outside of racially, like just our environment in general that we've created, that we even allowed other people to come into. I could definitely see it because we've dealt with so much worse without no access to, get our voices out, without no access to, be really seen or heard. So I could for sure see it happening.
Right. Now, one thing I was scared of, because I smoke a lot, was I see you got like not a gold inhaler, but you got like a special inhaler.
Oh yeah, I got the heavy duty, high power shit. I got the white one and then I got the blue one with they changed the colors a lot. But
I like the way you describe it like it's drugs. Like you're describing it.
Or like it's an accessory though.
Yeah, I swear to God. Like I've never heard nobody break down an inhaler like how you.
My shit got better though. My shit used to be real bad. I used to not be able to do whole shows. Okay. Yeah, I got.
Wow.
Yeah, you feel me? Bad health. Eating that dollar menu for 20-some years. But we good now.
So wow, you said from eating what?
I was eating horrible, bro. Like I ain't never.
The dollar menu.
Yeah, like Wick.
That's why we got that organic food king. Before you got that. But really, so I never knew that you could eat.
Well, it's just the shit you put in your body. And also, before I went to Long Beach, I lived in Long Beach first, and my day went down, so I went to Compton, and we stayed with my aunt, and we lived across the street from my from a
farmer's market.
A fucking power plant.
Okay, wow.
So
yeah,
like my doctor said that probably had a lot to do with it.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? I ain't really eating good and shit like that. It'd be hot, no AC, no none of that's California. Windows open, blah blah all that. In California, I already got a lot of smog, so it's a lot of stuff that go into it. But once I changed my diet up, started doing a little bit better, I was able to be straight.
So for people that don't know, what you had to do to change up your diet? Like
shit,
stop eating
dairy.
dollar menu.
Yeah, dairy.
Stop eating dairy.
Stop
period.
eating dairy. Like, I eat sometimes, but like not as much as I used to. I used to be like a cheeseburger, chili, cheese fries every day type nigga.
Wow.
99 cents at the Wiener Schnitzel. You feel me? 99 cents at the McDonald's. You go to
that can't be good for you.
You go to the hood, bro. So you go to my hood. It's
I'm sorry, you went too fast. What the fuck is a Wiener
Wiener Schnitzel, man.
It's heat. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's heat. It's heat. You feel me?
No, he went too fast.
They only have one, I think, on the West Coast.
Hold on.
Yeah, so
this is like a 7-Eleven out there?
Nah, it's a hot dog stand, but they got the best
Not
chili
like
cheese
Pink's.
fries
Not
ever.
like Pink's.
Not like Pink's.
All
It's
right,
like so
Pink's is
boom.
commercial.
And they got the 99 cents. So Wiener Schnitzel at the 5 for $5. So it was me, my mom, and my sister.
Is it German? Because Schnitzel is German,
I mean,
right?
No,
definitely
yes,
has
but
to come
no.
from that.
Yes,
Okay.
but no, it's like some regular shit. So they used
Okay.
to have a 5 for $5, and they used to have the 10 for 10. So you get 10 items for $10. So it's me, my mom, and my sister baby, and my other sister.
This is balling on the butt.
So it's like, you feel me? Everybody get a chili burger and a chili cheese fry, or 2 chili cheese dogs. So you can either get a chili burger, a chili dog, or chili cheese fries. You can figure out what you'll do. I'm not really fucking with the hot dog, so I would do the 2 chili
You don't
cheese
do the
fries
glizzies.
back to
No
back.
glizzies.
Man, that shit is disgusting. That shit wrapped in plastic, bro. So I'm not with it.
No Jack in the Box meals?
Off what? Jack in the Box too, but Jack in the Box is a little further down Cherry, so you used to have to walk to Jack in the Box. So boom, we can either hit the back street and walk to Jack in the Box by a little half in the house, or you can go to Wiener Schnitzel. We got a Wiener Schnitzel, a Rally's, and a McDonald's, all like.
I miss Carl's Jr.
No In-N-Out?
Not see, In-N-Out is a little bit further down on South Shore on the border of Lakewood, but you need a gun to go to that In-N-Out. So, and back in the day, I'm younger. I remember when I was younger, so bullets wasn't just a thing back then. Like If you had 15 bullets, 20 bullets, they're gonna have to last you. So you can't be going to the wrong places.
Remind me of that Chris Rock skit. That the bullets should be expensive. So.
Oh, yeah. Shit, in real life, I hung out with Corrupt one time, and shit that I was going to every single day. Like, I was stopping on La Cienega and just stopping, and he
like,
looked at La Cienega in a whole different way. I was like, I'm at the 7-Eleven. He's like,
no, you was over the one over there by the laundromat?
Yeah,
you tripping.
Right, I don't know. He like, then I stopped at Louisiana Fried Chicken, and he like, you don't see the lettuce there, cuz this is back in the days. And I'm like, I don't look at something and look and see if red and think that that's a sign.
Mm-hmm.
So I swear to God, I went to the 7-Eleven like 7 days. The 7 days I was there, I didn't get to see the Corrupt since the 8th or the 9th day. And him and Daz came out, they held me down. But I just, I was busy, didn't get to see him. But when I went to the same exact places I was going to, they were like, nah, cuz, we can't do that, cuz. Like, you don't see. And I looked and I was like, damn, Louisiana Fried Chicken at the time was in red letters. So I was like, but I don't put two and two together like that. Like, I don't look at graffiti and say, because I'm Puerto Rican. So when I look at graffiti, I'm looking at the actual art to it. Like, I'm actually green when it comes to that. I'm looking like, oh, okay, this says such and such. Okay, this is Grape Nut Street. Okay, I'm not thinking gang. I'm not thinking 9-0.
Oh, that's where they stay.
Yeah. Like, I'm not thinking that.
You should go to East LA. No, you be fine. You should go to East LA. Because the graffiti in East LA is crazy.
Yo, I love the graffiti.
Like, super, like, over there, like, when you get a little bit behind Burbank, like, it's like a little tunnel that they be all in.
Right.
That shit
I'll tell you
crazy.
a funny story about East LA real quick. I did a movie with my friend, N.O.R.E, Fast and Furious.
Mm-hmm.
He's been Fast and Furious. I didn't do Fast and Furious, obviously. It's a movie. I don't want to name the movie because the movie's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But I did play the black guy. I fucked and I got killed.
That's all that matters.
So one day, we exchanged numbers just after the movie, and he says, boom, boom, and we shoot the shit. I said, yo, I'm bringing you to my hood. He said, yo, I'm bringing you to my hood. And one day I came back to LA, and I was like, hey, man, I'm out here. And he was like, N.O.R.E, right now, I don't really want to bring you around there because even though you're Puerto Rican, it might take a long time for people to identify that you're Puerto Rican. And right now, there's a big war going on, at least at the time, with the blacks and the Mexicans. And he's basically saying, man, you look black. and we didn't go. So that's my story. And every time I have been to East Los Angeles, it's been on my own. I never really called a person. Do you believe in checking in?
Fuck, for what?
Okay.
Man, bro, don't do nothing wrong. And you be all right. If you pushing positivity, you say what's up to people. I ain't never had no security guard a day in my life.
Wow.
Ever. I go everywhere.
Wow.
Motherfucker look at you like, what's up, bro? Oh, yeah. Hey, what's your name? Oh, whoopty-whoopty. Oh, whoopty. Oh, for sure, bro.
Yeah.
I was at this chicken place. Like, my homie got a chicken truck and he burnt out, so he only puts it in high pressure situations. So
high pressure meaning the hood.
Yeah, like always in a high pressure area.
Okay.
So we was somewhere. We was at the
I like how
chicken
you
truck.
say high pressure. I'm gonna take that. That's something I'm calling the hood now. Is this just high pressure?
Yeah, that's all it is. You feel me? Just high pressure situation.
Okay.
So boom, a nigga walked up and just was looking, and then my homie. So I look, and then my homie go across the street. He tried to pull the car around. I'm like, so I look at the dude. So he just looking. I'm like, what's up, bro? He was like, hey, is your name whoop-de-whoop? I'm like, yeah. He's like, hey, blood, that's crazy. Hold on real quick. I'm like, all right. Nigga pull out his phone and call his son. And was like, hey, I need you to talk to my this whoop-de. Don't you fuck with him? And I'll talk to his son real quick. And it's like, all right, what if a nigga like flash on him or like be disrespectful or like you don't know what that man was going through that day. You don't know what that meant to him. You don't know what that meant to his son. So my thing is like, all right, you gotta stick by. You feel me? If I'm on some cool shit now and I'm trying to uplift and all these other things, you gotta be like that all the time. You feel me?
Right.
You can't be you can't pick a time to bang on somebody and pick a time.
You know what I noticed
when
I first came out? When I would go to certain places, I would only catch drama when I fucked with they bitches and I used they drugs. If I didn't use they drugs, if I ain't fuck they bitches,
then you good.
Every area in the world was a beautiful place.
And also it's the way you move around. Like, you feel me? Like, at the end of the day, especially for a motherfucker like you, like 9 times out of 10, when you walking down the street, somebody know you N.O.R.E. You feel me? So it's like, that's already enough. Like,
that's real.
But if you got 4 security guards, 5 security guards, somebody mugging, blah, blah, that admiration can turn into, something wrong. So That's one
crazy.
reason. Yeah, that's one reason. I
You know what's
never do
crazy?
certain shit.
That's the reason why when we used to rob people in my hood, we used to always rob the crews. We never robbed the dude who came solo.
You not messing with nobody by themselves. Like, oh, you gonna come up with all these niggas, something gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right about that. I swear to God, we used to have a setup queen. She used to just bring people to the hood. And we would always say, if the dude come by his dolo, he deserves to leave by his dolo. He just he don't deserve to get it. But the dude who come in with the 3 other people and tell him to wait in the car, we getting to him. We getting the people in the car first.
Now you disrupting the environment.
Exactly.
100%, yeah.
God, this nigga, Vince, you're like a guru, man. And if you would have stayed in Atlanta like 6 more months, you and T.I. might be in the run for the illest verbiage ever.
Yeah, now they talk different out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, them niggas.
But you got some wordplay too.
Nah. That Atlanta shit.
It's like him and Killer Mike went to a straight different type of school.
They had to.
Yeah, they went to like Frederick Douglass was the teacher.
When Killer Mike called me, I don't know what he talking about. I mean, that's what's up, black man. I appreciate you.
Holy moly, guacamole. But yeah, you got that verbiage too, man. You got that verbiage too. So the Ops record. Mm-hmm. What is it? Ops on the radar. You can call the cops.
Yeah, so I didn't even have it. That wasn't even my song. Kendrick was like, hey, I want you on this Black Panther soundtrack. And he sent me that whole song. And I just did the verse. He said, do it from here to here. But I think a lot of that came from me doing that Big Fish 3 album prior. Because it's funny, like I did the trailer and all this other stuff, and then they made the soundtrack. So, you know, I like to think that it's because it's kind of I kind of helped that a little bit, you know, being on the project and having the trailer, you know, and a lot of it was, you know.
Well, you helped the Black Panther go. You helped Black Panther be the biggest movie in the world.
Yeah, I mean, is
that what we're saying? Yes, that's what we're saying. You helped Black Panther be the biggest fucking movie in the world. Now I know I'm bouncing around, but one of my favorite joints, besides North and Back and all this other was FUN, right? Mm-hmm. We ain't trying to fuck up nothing. Mm-hmm. I really wish I had that as my theme song. When I swear to God, because it's like, now, tell me if I understood this record wrong. Well, at one point, I was banned from every club in New York City. It's not a fact. It's not a rumor. This is a pure fact. This is the reason why I discovered reggaeton, because I could only go to the Spanish clubs. They weren't. So I just became, let's do this shit. Dale mamita. You know what I'm saying?
Connected with your roots.
Yeah, I went fully. They said never go full retard. I went full retard. It's true. So what was I talking about? Damn, I was into it. No, before that. FUN. So that would have been my song. I would have played to security guards that had my pictures banned. like when they said, look, you can't get in this club. I remember Pun one time told me to come to a party. I told Pun I'm banned. And Pun's like, I'm Pun. There's no way you're banned. I said, I'm banned. So I actually went, this is how bad I knew I was banned. I left my key in the bins, like running. This is because I knew they was gonna send me right away. So I had my hoodie on. And as soon as they see me, they was like, you better get the fuck off this line or you're getting arrested. And I was like, all right, cool. And I just left. And then Pun calls me like, yo, what the fuck did you do? Why you didn't tell me you banned? I told you I was banned the whole time. So anyway, when I listened to Fun, it was like I would use that record to every security, like, I ain't trying to fuck up nothing. But we trying to have a party. We ain't tell them dudes stay over there. Mm-hmm. We gonna be cool over here with our... Right. But if they come over, we ain't trying to fuck up nothing.
Yeah.
Did I interpret that correct?
I mean, to me that's gangbanging. Like, you know, I feel like I tell you I was like, gangbanging is 90% of the chance you waiting for some shit to happen, 5% of the chance something happen because you was paranoid. Then you got the other 3%. That's where some shit happened. It's the 2% where you're not paying attention and the nigga died. Like it ain't that.
Okay, the percentages. You went too fast. Can you slow down your percentages?
90% of the time, right?
90% of the time.
You just at home. Hey, be careful. Blah blah. You taking the bullet in and out the head over and over and over again. Right. Walking to the car. Walking to the house. Yeah, you feel me? Oh, don't go over there. Don't go over there. Don't go over there. 5% of that time, you know, somebody pump fake or something happened. It's just niggas being paranoid. Oh, you see that car? You see that nigga? Shit, that don't even need to be happening. And then you got that little 3% of the time where you was right. Then it's that 2% of the time where you was slipping, and that's when niggas died. But you gotta think, ain't nobody waking up every day. Well, some people is, but don't nobody hang out with them niggas. The motherfuckers waking up every day burnt out trying to hurt somebody.
Gang banging on bacon.
Yeah, it's like for no reason. And of course, if something happened, then it's provoked. But you gotta think that's something happened and only happened so many times. And niggas be like, oh man, 150 people got shot in Los Angeles this summer. But it's like that's a lot of people. But it's 5 million fucking people. In California, and I mean in LA County, excuse me. So it's like, it's not as negative as motherfuckers try to make it seem. Everybody's trying to mind their own business, live their own life, you know. If something happened, then something happened, but if not, you know, everybody's trying to have a good time. We cool, man. Black people cool, Spanish people cool. We trying to hang out.
Boom, so let's talk about the new album.
Yeah, man, just, you know, kind of making it simple again, you feel me? Like, I recorded a lot last year. You know how you record all these songs just to use the last.
This was during quarantine?
5, 6. Yeah, okay. But it's like it was kind of at the end, so I recorded all year during quarantine. Like going into quarantine, we were recording a lot. We recorded hundreds of songs. Literally,
you're still not listing
songs.
Features.
Yeah, no, now.
No,
now you can do it the better way, so where it's like on the artist and it's just like featuring on the song type. You feel me? So we doing I forgot what it's called, but it's some shit they got going on. You know, technology. But yeah, Fouché on it. Other than that, it's just me, rapping. For, 10 songs.
And this is independent.
Nah, this on Motown. Yeah, it's on Motown. Yeah, it's on Motown.
So independent, but you own the company. This is on your.
Yeah. So yes, it's our company, Blacksmith. We basically just create. They don't bother us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to really say it, but it ain't like we ain't having no meetings, ain't no shit like that. You know what I mean? Ethiopia is perfect at just letting you do what you want to do, and then telling you how it's gonna work within what you're trying to do. Like it's all based on your expectations. So it's simple over there. You know what I mean? It's simple. We make it simple.
And you happy?
Oh yeah, man. My thing's like that. You know the crazy thing about I've been happy. I was happy at Def Jam.
Wow.
Because even I don't care how the music shit going, bro. Like when we had a situation in front of my house and somebody had lost their life, and we had. We was fighting that little case for whatever had happened with it, and that's when I got my deal. So how can I be mad at them when they, like, you feel me?
Could have walked away from you at that time.
But it's also like, man, you got to be grateful, man. I don't care if 5,000 people listen to your music. It's a nigga somewhere right now with not one person checking in. So it's like I can change the world with them 5,000 people bumping my music, 100 people bumping my music. I figure it out because that's what I do. So I'm grateful for whatever situation I got. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at a label like, oh man, make me this or make me that. Give me what I got and let me know what's real, and I'm gonna work with it. You feel me?
Right. You gonna lead a single off of this one?
Yeah, I did the video for this song called Law of Averages. Then I put
Law of Averages.
Yeah, Law of Averages, and that's pretty much it. Like singles now, it's like shit. It's just put out whatever kind of helps set the palette for the visual.
Well, you make great bodies of work.
Exactly. It's not me. You feel me? So I just do what I do and go from there.
Did you make music for syncing in this one or not?
Nah. I was just chilling. I was at the house because I'm at the point now where I'm trying to make my own show. So I'll do that.
You'll put your own music on.
Exactly.
Was Senorita on Future? Was that made to sync somewhere?
Nah, that wasn't made to sync, but I think that got a couple syncs too.
Because that was a combination I didn't see coming. You on Future?
Well, yeah. What happened was so that it was a part of that song. It's a song called "Covered in Money," and it was a part of the song that I was listening to that song a lot, and then I wanted to utilize that part of the song as the hook. So we asked him, and he was like, "Yeah, it's cool." I know, so I appreciate him saying yeah, because that was early on. Like he ain't know who I was, and I ain't know him, and he just said, "Okay," so I'm appreciative of that.
Now, how about
shout out to him, man.
Shout out to them. And how about you with Ty Dolla $igns?
Oh, that's the homie. Yeah, that's
okay,
the homie.
What's the relationship?
I got a good relationship with him. Muster, all them dudes. Ty be around. Ty's a real musician too. Ty Dolla $ign is very underrated as far as to what he's brought to music and what he's capable of doing.
Right.
He come from a real family. Like he got a family of talented individuals. Like his grandpa on down, this real genius type dude. So yeah.
Ty Dolla $ign's my man. I want to tell you something, man. Ty Dolla $ign, you held me down at the time. You know what I mean? You didn't have to do me. You hold me down. You didn't have to come and bring me a Mustard beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was sending him beats. He didn't like the beats that I was sending, but he wanted to do the record. So he went to Mustard. Gotta be. I don't know how this worked, but I know that Mustard signed off on it.
Good dude, because they're both good dudes, man.
Yeah,
music,
so I just want them to know, just in case y'all don't know, I did never forget. I seen Mustard the other day, or maybe 2 years ago, and I told him, I said, yo, I never forgot, you know what I'm saying? I love you, you know what I'm saying? Because the other day feels like 2 years ago. 2 years ago feels like the other day because of the pandemic, you know what I'm saying? So I know you laughed, but it really does feel like that, you know what I mean? I know, but so Mustard, Ty Dolla $ign, you know what I mean? And even Rick Ross was jumping on that record because I was really cold at the time. And here I am with a Ty Dolla $ign record, you know what I mean? I'm still a legend, but I'm cold. Like, being cold is cold. Like, no one wants to stand next to cold soup, you know what I'm saying? They're like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one wants that, you know what I'm saying? So for Ty Dolla $ign to be the first one to step up and say, you know what, N.O.R.E., because I think he thought my ear was lost, which he probably was right to a certain extent. He's like, let me give you some young wave. Let me give you something, some young
just helping each other,
wave. And so he brung in Mustard, and Mustard could have easily been like, I ain't with that. You made a deal with N.O.R.E, not me. And they both held me down. And I wanted to say, you know, that's the definition of how this is supposed to be. Like, you know, our older statesman with a younger statesman is supposed to, and the young, it's not always the older statesman teaching. Sometimes it's the older statesman listening and learning. And I had to listen and learn because, you know, I was all about just my camp, just with me working on, furthest I'm going is Pharrell. Like, I'm not getting a beat from someone else. So for me, I had to humble myself first, like, you know what? Mustard was coming up, but Mustard was hot. And you know, but I really appreciated that camaraderie. That's what it's called. I really appreciated what they did because, you know, they tried to bring me into their world and what you're supposed to do. Like, a collaboration is only a collaboration if my fans fuck with you and your fans fuck with me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a real collaboration. And I always say this because it's some fucked up shit. But the only 2 times I really felt like I collaborated in life was reggaeton and R. Kelly. I swear to God.
What? In life?
In life, like, that was the only time I felt like...
Did you get R. Kelly on a reggaeton?
No,
that would have been different.
I didn't know. First off, R. Kelly shitted on me when I went to...
Man, fuck that nigga then, man.
When I went to lay the verse, he was like, go ahead. I was like, oh, shit, word. Like, didn't really acknowledge me, didn't give me no 5, so when I seen the bedrooms, I was like, he did it. In my mind.
It's all good, man. We send that nigga some suits.
Yeah, yo, that's crazy. That's good. Yo, but Vince, let me just tell you something, man. Our show is really about giving people their flowers. I know everyone else is using that phrase now, but we the ones who made it famous. We the ones that came out and said, you know what? There's so many other outlets for, you know, the new artists, the artists that haven't put in the work and haven't put it in the time. So we didn't want to follow suit with that. We wanted to create our own platform where our legends and people, you know what I'm saying, you've been down since 2008, you know what I'm saying, you've been doing your motherfucking homework, you know about hip-hop, you're a lyricist, you're a guy who makes great bodies of work, you do phenomenal videos, and you need to be praised, you know what I'm saying? You need to be given your flowers, and I'm proud, and my whole team is proud to give you those flowers because you are a staple in hip-hop, not just your name, you know what I'm saying? You are a staple in hip-hop, you belong, you know what I'm saying? And you make people like me proud. You make people like me who where I started this game, the War Report was all about lyrics. That's all it was about. And then I started, you know, meeting girls, and I said, fuck lyrics. And I said, let me get some ass, nigga. You know what I'm saying? What? No lyric to that, nigga. That was just straight to the point. But you know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
But you make people like me proud. You make people, you know, like Nas proud. You know, people that's real pure lyricists, and the fact that you're keeping it alive, and the fact that you make pure, great bodies of work. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I tell somebody to recommend listening to you, to Vince Staples, I don't say listen to Fun. I say listen to the whole album. I say listen to Big Fish. I say, you know, listen to Vince Staples. I say the whole thing because that's how much you mean. That's how ill you are in this game. So in case I never told you that, I want to tell you that to your face. I want to give you your flowers. I want to tell you how much you mean to us. And I respect you so much. This is like this first or second time I didn't take a drink.
Yeah, word.
I didn't take a drink. And I said, you know what? I said, I want to get on his level. I want to be on. I am still smoking. You know, that part is kind of hard to stop. But, I appreciate you for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Everyone, the album is out right now. It's titled Vince Staples. Go get it. It's a double entendre. Motherfucker, it's going down. Motherfucking Drink Champs. Thank you so much, my brother. So we just take a picture and then drop, and then we go.